Alrighty then, chat room. We have got a game for you tonight. NACE with CSU Esports going up against Wichita. We're gonna see Colonies coming out to begin with against Gamer Dog, which is Rob here. This doesn't feel like the worst matchup for Rob, but this is also something that I expect Colonies to have a lot of experience in.
Oh, for sure. Anytime you see any, obviously, like when it's a character that we also have here at CSU, that matchup is just going to naturally have more experience. But this one in particular, I know that Colonies and Arctic are around the same skill level, like fairly often. Like, you know, the skill levels can be very, very, very variable.
Absolutely.
Very variable. And those two tend to be like good practice partners for one another, so I would expect Colonies to be very well versed in this.
To be fair, we're watching Colonies play it very, very smartly, finding to confirm off the boomerang into the fire arrow into the Nair to take control of the stage. Nair for the Rob, gonna start a combo.
Thought that was Arctic for a second. We've seen him go for the tilt tech chase is just the thing that he always does.
I mean, I guess it might just be a good Rob thing to do.
Yeah, I mean, if you get the read, it's just generally a good thing to go for.
Down tilt.
I love the down. It tripped twice, by the way. That's ridiculous.
That's like go buy a lottery ticket, Gamer Dog.
I think it's like a 13% chance to trip every time or something like that. It's not very likely. Oh, that should kill.
Fire arrow into the fair, not putting in a kill, but getting some serious space here.
The Colonies just using those wave bounces to make the landing options a little bit more ambiguous for Gamer Dog. A good up air will keep this juggling situation. Not able to find a confirm off the bomb.
Keep it rolling. Parry on the gyro. It's hit by the laser. Both players are at pretty high percent. Although, alive. Child versus Robot is not as contentious as you're not as determined as we thought. Unfortunately, that is going to be follow-up kill from Gamer Dog.
Yeah, we're just seeing Colonies hit a few aerials right now. This could be the 0 to death.
No, not okay,
quite.
We're good.
You need that one last gyro toss to get that little bit extra chip damage. A couple down tilts will not follow up into a grab.
Very scary position to be in, and admittedly, you lost a lot of your lead just very quickly off of that sequence.
He's really trying to fish for edge guard, but Gamer Dog is really not giving it to him. It's going to have to be the forward throw. When you see Colonies killing with the forward throw, it's good to get it done, but it's not something. It's not an eventuality you want to see.
I feel like Young Link is a little bit of early onset arthritis, where it's like, he gets good kill confirms, but once you get past those percentages where those kill confirms work, it can be really hard to find a kill.
You got to find like a fresh up air, maybe like a sweet spot nair towards the ledge. A horizontal aerial can sometimes do it there further away, but
yeah, you have to find like a raw kill move effectively.
Right. And you're never hitting a raw smash attack with Young Link just because the risk is too high compared to the safety that everything else has.
I think it's funny that he has gets the choice between two separate hits of forward smash, and neither of them are safe.
Yeah, right. I mean, at the very least, though, he does get to choose. Like, the first one can be a bit of a mix-up. That down air will almost kill Young Link very light, and Rob very heavy, very strong.
Down air might almost kill, but this is not Pithra. Like, this character, you're not Pithra, man, you're Rob.
I think Rob's might actually be stronger than Aegis.
I mean, yeah, but are you seeing Rob's kill with it more frequently than Aegis? Back air, unfortunately, going to take the stock. Colonies maybe going to try for a revenge kill here.
That was a very awkward, I think it was an arm rotor. I kind of brain farted after it, but yeah, and then it's going to lead Colonies into finding the kill, and this is starting to get a little bit scrappy here.
Hot potato with the bomb, though. Jab going to bring this back to neutral.
Not going to find a whole lot, at least for now. Down tilt. This is the down tilt man. He's looking for the roll to the left, but he's not going to find it there, Colonies.
Back to neutral.
Playing things slow, trying to find an opening. Colonies is oftentimes very good at finding defensive openings, and that's what you like to see, parrying the nair.
No, yeah, I like Colonies with like when Colonies is not a little, like, I feel like Colonies can get a little bit afraid sometimes, but like Colonies with a level head is terrifying because you will go into a defensive encounter, you will get parried, and you will just get spun. You're eating a spin.
Even if it's not a parry, nair is fast out of shield. I think it's frame 3, so frame 6 out of shield option, and same goes for spin attack if I recall.
It's real good. It's a defensive option to, I mean, admittedly, this is a game with a billion defensive options that are really good, but
the game where you hit moves out of shield.
I mean, Game & Watch isn't on our screen, but I'm thinking of him.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of characters have excellent out-of-shield options. Young Link does have 2, and he's even got more if you want to risk some footstool down air out-of-shield shenanigans. I don't think it's good.
It's not good, but it is cool.
It is cool. I don't even know if it's possible.
Oh, no! Unfortunately, Colonies take the final stock, but does bring Gamer Dog down to 1. What if you just brought Arctic in for the Rob mirror?
Livy, trying to make sure you saw it. I think this was very legible. It's just,
What do you think? Do you think we bring in Arctic here, or do you think we try something else?
This could be a brawler angle, but brawler kind of gets minced off stage. This could be.
I mean, yeah, I could see the brawler.
I don't think you want to take the Rob Ditto. Like, I think both these players are probably going to be fairly even in skill when it comes to the Robs.
Yeah, although to be fair, you win that coin flip, and then you got Arctic in on 3 stocks.
But then if you lose the coin flip, you might see Arctic go out in 3. Not saying that it should happen, but Rob is very volatile. I would like to send in a character who slows the pace down a little bit and plays their own game, rather than going into the volatile Rob mirror. And granted, Brawler very volatile, but I think that Brawler's volatility is better against Rob than Rob's.
See, I can believe that. How cool would it be to see Arctic versus another Rob, though?
I'm surprised we haven't had that happen more often.
I am not either. It might be that they agree with your philosophy on that, but like, ooh.
No, that makes more sense.
No, yeah, that's real.
Yeah, Bayonetta just combos Rob to the ends of the earth.
He's a cube. His hitbox is a cube. His hurtbox is a cube.
Man, big robot,
huge. For like a foot tall toy, he is massive. Like you ever see Rob the robot in real life? They aren't good.
They're rude to say, but you are correct. I will say one thing that Chimpus has struggled with in the past is something as simple as grabbing gyro. It looks easy, but for Bayonetta, she does not have good tools to do so.
Yeah.
I'm find the witch twist out of shield on the ledge, but the shield came out a little bit too quick there from Gamer Dog.
Takes some serious damage here, 50%, but is in stage control now.
Yeah, the arm rotor was kind of risking it all for that one stock down to trips, dude.
What kind of RNG manipulation are you doing, Gamer Dog?
And just sitting under Chimpus while the shield is up, that's just terrifying. Great mash to get out of the down tilt, or the up tilt rather, and he's going to be able to survive that up air for now. He's living, but he's struggling to find a lot of pressure.
Yeah, that's the problem. Like, I feel like Chimpus, if Chimpus can find an opening for some serious damage, it's important, but F Smash is going to end up taking the stock.
That one looked like a misinput to me from Chimpus. You never see him go for something like that. And just like a random air dodge after hitting the ABK or the sidekick.
I was scared for a second.
He'll be fine for now. He's going to take a little bit of chip damage, but at this point, change doesn't matter if you're able to find this stock. It's just going to be tough to get yourself into that position.
Yeah, it's really felt like GamerDoc has been able to hold this down very offensively. So the laser at the very least.
Kind of wavelengths to get through it. I kind of like that from Chimpus.
This is rough neutral. Like, it's hard to get in on Rob.
He's just so oppressive. Gyro and laser are just excellent keep you out tools. A lot of zoning tools are great at keeping you in place. Rob is just great at keeping you away from place.
Yeah, just don't be here, please.
Barely missing that side special there. Almost died. Like, could have potentially died to the up air if that was a little bit higher up. But Chimpus has found his way back on stage, and he's in a position to try to take this stock at the very least.
Step 2 into the back air, going to take stage control once again. That's going to be GamerDog recovering high. Let's see if Chimpus can find a punish on it.
Just kind of land center stage. That's the thing with Rob. He's going to nair, beat out that jab, but Chimpus is really fishing for this jab right now. He's kind of got to. It's his only...
Oh my god, GamerDog taking 5!
Yeah, this is getting a little bit scary for Chimpus. You need to be able to take this without dropping this extra player here, and Chimpus might be able to get some change on this next player after GamerDog, but it'll be tough.
Pair of fares into the jab in a scary situation. GamerDog with control of the neutral. Chimpus needs to get in and take the stock.
Yeah, he's going to get hit by another stray nair. He's trying to find his way above that backer. Might do it. Yeah.
Finds the back air. That's going to take it. That's painful. Like,
that's tough.
You reverse the situation in some regard, but like, that's painful.
It's salvageable at the very least.
Oh, beyond a shadow of a doubt, CSU has come back from much worse against scarier situations, but
So double checking what else Wichita has on the docket. They've got a Toon Link. That was their Mario Sonic Rob player, so quite the presence there. They have a Yoshi, a Cloud, and a Ken.
Okay.
Yoshi Bayo, I don't think is very good for Bayo, but Chimpus probably has a fair bit of experience in that matchup.
I mean, to be fair, we have 2 separate Yoshis here in Northeast Ohio.
In the top 3, yeah. Ken is very scary, but Bayo can edge guard him quite well. Same with Cloud, but I think Cloud is better for Bayo. So I would expect, honestly, to see either Yoshi or Toon Link come out for this one.
I can believe it. I think that Yoshi is the better pick than Toon Link, although I would rather see the Toon Link.
Too much just PTSD in the booth.
You can't, like, if... All respect to the really good players in Northeast Ohio.
Yoshi!
Why do you have to play such a lame character? Okay. Yoshi, so, like, double jump armor really hurts here?
Really hurts. I mean, Bayo does have true combos to get through it at times, but any issue with your inputs and you're not finding those to be true anymore.
I see. I think that's definitely true. I think that, like, this might come down to Chimpus' ability to play through it.
Gonna get hit by that back air. That'll be the bullets actually. I think it was an up tilt or something that Justin was going for, but Chimpus able to stuff it up with the, I think it was the ABK guns.
I believe so. Chimpus taking some pretty major damage, unfortunately, early on.
He's still able to keep this in a fairly decent position. It's not the end of the world. He's gonna get hit by that Nair. The Tims, it's tough to get through.
I think, like, Justin 24% is a little bit too... Oof. Not ideal.
Get a little bit too easy to predict there.
Yeah. I think it'd be, at this percentage, it'd probably be punishable on hit, but what if you just started Witch Time in the eggs?
Yeah. I mean, Witch Time on projectiles is a little bit less effective than it is on melee attacks. Melee attacks, you get like upwards of 2.5 seconds or so of Witch Time. Projectiles, you get like half a second. So it'd be nice, but it wouldn't really progress the match all too much.
It'd be nice, but I also think that it could be very helpful for maybe even just conditioning, where it's like even if you're not getting much off of it, you now have to be very much aware of, like, they want to Witch Time these eggs.
Yeah, you do at least have to be concerned. Which, you know, sometimes it's just as much about the psychological game as it is about the actual game.
Exactly. Like, if you can, like, Bandit feels like a character who, like, given the fact that you have to find, like, a raw kill move, feels like you have to mental stack your opponent very hard.
Yeah. Very confident from our producer, by the way, to throw in the Dreamless.
I don't think I disagree.
I don't know. This guy has multiple Apollo Kage wins. This guy has multiple Apollo Kage wins.
That's scary.
What, the fact that he has multiple Apollo Kage wins?
How many times are we going to say the same thing in the same row?
I mean, there's always the whole, you know, child thing.
Yeah, see, here's the thing. I feel like everybody else making that bit just does it just wholesale. They try and make it happen again. I'm trying to innovate. I admit, I'm Dan Henschling it a little bit. I'm not proud of all of the jokes that I make.
What is a Dan Henschling?
You don't know Dan Henschel?
What is a Dan Henschel?
We'll talk about it off stream.
Okay. Smashy Bros!
Super Smash Brothers Ultimate.
So one move that I will often say is dog doo-doo water is egg roll. It can work online a little bit better. It obviously has that cheesy platform setup where if you use it on a shielding player who is at the very edge of a platform, it can shield break. But online, it can be a bit more difficult to punish. You see, he's kind of going for a little bit more than you might expect.
I love the internet. I love delay-based netcode.
I love minimum,
and I love Yoshi.
I love a minimum of like 10 frames of input delay for online or something like
That's great. I love react. I love predictive gameplay. I love when you can't react.
Yeah, it's tough. You just can't quite find the combos that Aegis is really good at. They do have some windows to break through them. You saw there the double jump armor got Justin away from it.
That is a little bit scary. We're going to see the switch to Pyra.
Already seems a bit interesting. He's not going to be able to find a kill confirm unless he finds a down air forward smash, maybe.
Not quite in a position to footstool with it. Finds the fair.
I got a little bit antsy there after hitting that fair. But he should be fine for now. He's going really deep. But yeah, they're going to trade stocks for that, trying to edge guard each other.
Sometimes your hate consumes you, and sometimes the hate consumes all. Let the hate flow. anger and hate are supreme.
I think we're referencing two different things.
No,
here.
yeah, that's the point.
The Yoshi bomb is going to drop Justin down and find a little bit of percentage, and now, I mean, it's just difficult to find your way in on Yoshi. Despite the fact that it is just a dinosaur with no weapons, his spacing is surprisingly exceptional with things like fair.
They give him massive hurt boxes, dude.
Yeah.
Like, Yoshi just gets to box you out, man.
He's pretty much got a sword move with that fair. Like, it is so difficult to punish on shield sometimes.
I understand why he survived the meteor. He just fared it.
No, he double jump armored the meteor.
Jump armor on the meteor. Wait, no, this was like in the prehistoric era, so he had to parry it melee style.
True, actually. He just double jump canceled the something or other. I don't know.
Just spot dodge.
True. Good grab there from Justin. Dreamless trying to find his way through this. He got out of the stock, by the way. I didn't even notice that. We're too busy talking about prehistoric era melee.
I mean, I noticed it, but that's why we don't mention it.
Yeah. Oh, he's trying to go for some cheese. That's gonna be that's two moves, 43%. You're feeling good about that if you're Justin, but Dreamless, we've seen him make leads like this back before, and he's just a character who can make this back.
Absolutely. Like, this is a character who, like, as much as Yoshi is also like a very scary, very volatile character who can just kill you out of nowhere in a lot of cases. Like, this character is Pyra.
Oh? Okay, no, he's not gonna be able to intercept the landing. You intercept Yoshi while he's landing, and if he doesn't have his double jump, you have found yourself a free kill. So I think that's what Dreamless is going to try to go for. He's going to try to shield, but that egg or Yoshi bomb is going to be a little bit scary to deal with.
That possible well-spaced downer into the side B. Trying to find it.
Blazing End footstool has been something that he's gone for quite a bit recently. The grab out of shield is going to look for an up air, but the double jump away will be good for now.
Doesn't quite find it. Still in a very scary position.
He's just fishing for down air on these platforms. Very visibly fishing for down air on these platforms. It's going to be forward air up smash. He lives!
Does not kill! Major for Dreamless!
Well, I was getting a little bit concerned there for a moment.
I was so, like, I would have screamed if that hit.
He is really fishing for this down throw into either up smash or forward smash, and the plat is his best chance for it. He's going to finally switch over to Mithra.
Lives? Okay.
Oh, he switches to get through the Yoshi egg? That's
okay. He survives it, just still survives it, but I don't think you're gonna...
Okay, I cannot believe he lived that. He's dead now.
Like, survives like 6 different near-death encounters.
Yeah,
I feel like this is like a Final Destination movie.
I think he had 10 stocks that game.
20, like... I know that cats have like 9 lives. How many lives does Dreamless have?
Clearly 10. About.
Around there, give or take. Let's see if they're gonna keep the plan alive from like last game, or if they're whipping out the Ruby.
So I think they whip out the Ruby here.
I could believe it. Admittedly, like we have talked about this previously. However, like
yeah,
like
last match was Manchester. Manchester's a team that they need experience against. They need to know they can beat without Ruby. This is not. This is a team that they just need to beat. They want to just win this match. No hold bars, no strings attached. They just need to win here.
Yeah.
And so I think that they send in Ruby today.
We see the weapon to surpass Metal Gear, or in this case, Wichita.
Wichita is Metal Gear.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, fun fact.
I didn't know that they were making weapons of mass destruction over there.
Where's Wichita again? Kansas?
There's no place like home.
Kansas is a weapon of mass destruction to my mental health. What even is Kansas? Is it real?
Yeah.
Well, Panda Global's not real, so clearly not real anymore, at least. See, it's like what I say about Utah. Have I ever talked about Utah?
No.
So Utah is not real, I don't think. I think it's just a lake out in the middle. No, it's just a giant pit. It's a hole in the middle of the United States. People are calling a state. I think that it's like my flat Earth theory. Like that, there's like the ice wall. No, there's just a pit.
I believe in Utah. I believe in Kansas. I don't believe in Wyoming.
Oh, Wyoming's real.
No.
Yeah, I've been there.
I think you're a government plant.
I haven't been there. I haven't been there.
Yeah, you're a sleeper agent, apparently.
Where is Wyoming again?
Somewhere. Exactly! It's nowhere!
No, but do you know where Utah is?
Maybe. If I saw a sign... Listen, I know Utah from one thing, and it's that one TikTok where the guy goes, Utah!
It tells me nothing. Okay, Wyoming is like right next to Utah. Maybe they're both just pits.
I think maybe Utah is secretly Wyoming and Wyoming is a pit.
I mean, my mom's best friend moved to Utah for work, so
I'm sorry.
I think she was put in the pit.
Sometimes, like, they gotta mine out the pit. It's like a requirement.
I mean, I have not heard of Shantae's existence since then, so who knows? She might have been really deep in that pit. She might have just been. It's like you with the gravestone right behind us.
Yeah, I died. You're actually speaking to my ghost right now.
Ruby is in. The weapon to surpass Metal Gear has been sent to the battlefield. I think he can take one without losing one here.
Do you think Yoshi could beat a Metal Gear Ray?
Yes. He's like planetary. He's genuinely like planetary level. He has destroyed planets.
What's your feat on that? Like, you keep mentioning these power scalings.
No, this one I know. I don't know why I know it, but I know that he has destroyed a planet.
That's not a feat. That's a precedent. Like, that's not how this works.
That's what a feat is. A feat is something you've done. He has done destroying a planet.
You can't tell me the feat, so it's not real yet.
That's just not how that works.
Yes, it is. I can't just go into a court of law and be like, yeah, man, I saw it not happen, but I can't tell you how I saw it not happen.
I saw it happen. I don't remember how it happened.
Yeah, admissible in court, man. Admissible in court. I don't know. Your Honor, I really don't know.
Your Honor, I don't really recall, but I think it happens.
Your Honor, you weren't there.
You know what? How about this? I'm going to look up on Versus Wiki right now where Yoshi is tiered, and if he's planetary level or above, then I was right and I'm off.
I don't believe that, because it's also like Yoshi's a species.
Well, yeah, but this Yoshi.
What Yoshi is this?
Oh my god, he's galactic.
What's the feat?
Universal. I don't know, but he's high 4C, which is galactic. First stock gone for Ruby.
Painful. It's. I'm trying to. I'm not. What is? Somebody tells me, like, just given the fact, it might just either be like really awareness of the matchup or like what's so good about this matchup for Yoshi.
You can hit Snake without him being able to hit you back, and you have a command grab as a special move, which you can B reverse, which you can use for tricky movement, and you don't have to worry about hitting Snake's shield.
I see.
And also just Yoshi good.
Yoshi good.
Forward air really good. They are to shield really good. Yoshi's a pretty good character. I hate saying.
Unfortunately.
Ruby, though, he's making good work on his second stock. He's only taken 18. He's still about 70 on this stock, so he's in prime position to only drop one here.
Ruby had to pay in blood and now is playing an incredibly strong game.
Going to be the egg lay. The down air is going to escape it. He's not going to be able to find a kill off of it, but I mean, he's taking a lot of damage. Yoshi is good at one thing, if nothing else, and it is dealing damage. And another thing we're noticing, the egg throws are able to blow up those grenades before Ruby can, make good use of them because he's holding them out behind him. He can shield the egg throw onto the shield, hits the grenade, so he can approach safely after that just.
That is ideal. Ruby taking some damage here.
Might be it. This is down throw?
Should be lethal. Yep. High enough percent, you can just put him to sleep and hit him with the kicks.
I don't know the exact percentage for that. I think it's like 141, something like that. Or it might have been very specific, because he was pummeling for a while. He was risking a match.
I thought it was pretty high. I honestly thought it was like 200. Albeit that's like very, very late. Like scale Yoshi to like one of the Bowsers in the Galaxy game, where it's like, oh, Bowser's big in that game, and Yoshi's in that game, and Mario won, and Yoshi's part of Mario. What's the feat?
Let me see.
What is the feat?
Let me read it. So, in terms of attack potency, Yoshi has been able to match the likes of Bowser, which is large star level.
No, he isn't!
And higher with power stars.
No, he isn't! What is their precedent for this? Like, 64 DS?
Match Yoshi. Or match...
What game is he going... Where is he going against Bowser 1v1? Mario is... Mario is obviously black.
Yoshi's story. Or Yoshi... Whatever the game is. Yoshi's Island, then? Look, I think...
He's like he's not even planetary at best. Like, baby Bowser just got real big. That's not a planetary threat. That's a large child.
That was adult Bowser.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was. It was definitely...
Yoshi's baby Bowser. That's why there's baby Mario.
No, it's adult Bowser with baby Mario.
No. Really not true.
I'm double check.
It is Kamek and Baby Bowser. I'm aware of this. Ness.
Oh my god, it is Baby Bowser.
I told you, there's Baby Mario in the game.
So it's Azazel is the NES. They were not aware of this apparently. They did not know that there was a NES on the field. Another example of Ultimate having only the best characters.
No, I'm gonna be honest. I think Ness is peak. Like admittedly,
My man just went for a forward smash at center stage. He is fishing for something.
looking for it.
I think watching Ness go with side magnet cheesiness, like you can DJC with side magnet and just carry people across the stage. It's very mechanically demanding, but you can do it.
Listen. Anything that resembles Shine even just a little bit has my heart.
There's probably no better analog in this game than side magnet, in my opinion. People can disagree with me all they want, but that move is kind of disgusting.
Makes me really sad that he's the only guy with a magnet in the
Great
Except
C4. Excellent C4 there for Movie. He's going to be able to get up straight through that 33% delt. He's going to get some change on top of it. 47, why not?
It feels like a violation of the Geneva Convention. Like, you can't beat up a child. You can't C4 a child.
Jesus. He's almost dead again. He has almost just put this child down.
This is Solid Snake versus a child. What were you expecting?
Who would win, large man or child?
Who would win? Trained professional with, like, incredible augmentation from the US military, or a kid with superpowers?
Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Good up smash there from Azazel. Ruby's going to be put down to his last stock. This is where it gets really tight. You need to win this one without dropping one if you're Ruby, which is, you know, obviously I hate that feel like I have to put that much pressure on him. That is dead. But a lot of the time he's put into these positions where he has to, you know, take out that second player without dropping one. And that last player has to just get demolished. And at this point, he needs to turn them into Swiss cheese.
Admittedly, like, Ruby is putting in the work.
He is playing exceptionally well right now. That's going to be the side magnet forward air. He's going to fish for the dare, but no jump for Ruby. He's not that foolish.
This is Wi-Fi, but this is not Elite Smash.
He's going to go for the up tilt, but he's unable to connect it thanks to the lag, potentially.
Barely. I think it was just a little bit of a... He was a little bit too far out.
Down smash, he goes for it, but it's a drop down into the forward air for Azazel.
PK Fire takes control of the stage, unfortunately. 100% for Ruby. Trying to get through, a little bit scary, has to air dodge onto the...
That Magnet Hands was crazy. He was dead. He was dead if he didn't Magnet Hands there.
I mean, this is a Smash game after Brawl. Everybody's got, like, dedicated magnets for their hands.
Especially again, that guy drops lunges.
What?
He air dodged. He air dodged in the blast zone.
No, unfortunately. First round. I feel like CSU... A little bit scary to go into, but like CSU was making some momentum. They were starting to get their flow. I think they can do a lot better in this next one.
For sure. I think that he's got the ability to, you know, or not he, but I was going to say Colonies, but I got distracted. I think Colonies in particular, he didn't have the best game one. I think he can play up a little bit. I expect to see Tempest, if he comes back in, to play a lot better. If Arctic comes in, I expect him to play well. They've got the ability to have the download on this team, but I'm going to be right back.
We have to, now that I'm alone in front of the mic, I get to talk about this. Why would you, I don't think you get to count a lot of the like solo Yoshi games for the sake of power scaling. Because like Yoshi's story is just in a book. Yoshi's Island is not in a book, but I don't know if it's canon. Also, like, it's Yoshi's story, like it's Yoshi's Island. Are you citing Yoshi's Island, man?
A lot of people are.
And they're wrong for it. That game's kind of mid. But like Mario does scale that. Like this is like Mario does have that kind of scaling. I'll admit. Yoshi does not.
I think power scaling as a concept is a bit wacky.
It's fun. It's really fun once you like. I think the thing about power scaling is like you always have to be aware of like no, yeah, it's the narrative. Like eventually, sooner or later. It's the narrative, but like it's fun to try and apply like a physical like thing to what's going on. And like who doesn't enjoy who would win? Like it's just a fun thing to talk about.
I think there goes to a point where power scaling just goes from the fun to the absurd.
And I think if you bring it even further than that, it becomes funny again.
Yeah, it's like a reverse bell curve of funny.
It's like a reverse bell. Like you have to take it both very seriously and not seriously at all at the same time. The secret about power scaling is you just push your own agenda.
The secret about power scaling is you have to get into such absurd, niche, and like unknown territory in order for it to get really funny again. Just the most absurd places, the most hidden corners of the internet in order to get to the really funny stuff. Like finding Yoshi's, like maybe Yoshi has a background appearance in Soul Calibur 2 on one specific stage.
They are not putting Yoshi in Soul Calibur.
But like I'm just saying as a hypothetical. Like Yoshi in the background of Soul Calibur 2, one-shots Ganondorf with a punch to the face. That is an example of the absurd kind of power scaling I think where things of that.
I think that's fair. Kazuya Mishima. We see the anytime. Listen,
We always think about it.
you can't not think about the 4 Kazuya team. What if they add like? I don't even know who they'd add to make 4 separate Kazuyas in Smash 6.
Well, Ryu, Ken, Terry, Kazuya.
No, that's not how that works. It's really not how, like, the Mishimas are like a family of people. This isn't like a Shotokan karate thing. This is like a...
Well, you would add Heihachi.
Yeah.
You would add, what's his name, the son?
Jin? Is Jin a Mishima? I don't...
Jin is.
I'm not a Tekken fan.
I'm not big on Tekken, yeah. I'm more of a Guile fan. I like Guile Gear. Guile Gear.
I mean, when are we gonna...
Whoop Guile in the gears.
No. Do not put Guile in Guild. Don't put like a... Here's my thing. I love charge characters. I love charge characters so much. Nobody in a traditional fighting game, like a Street Fighter, has been an interesting charge character in my opinion. The closest we've gotten is Urian, and he's barely a charge character. But like Batista and Under Night, like honestly, somewhat. I don't want to say Mei in Gear because she is a little bit boring, but
Every time I hear the word Knight when related to a fighting game, I always think of Shovel Knight in Rivals of Aether, who is quite possibly the most toxic character in that franchise's history.
I think it's funny he has to get money.
It is, and then you get hit by his best move, which I thought was jab, but it's actually like, I think it's forward air, and he carries you across the set. You're getting wobbled by forward air.
Based, actually.
It's like, he's the ultimate noob killer, and so when I first started playing the game, he was the demon. He was my personal demon. And as I've gotten better, I can beat Shovel Knights now, but it doesn't make it any less annoying. Like, yeah, I can win, but I don't want to do this. I would rather lose against, like, who's a fun character in Rivals, for example? 1, not 2. Olympia, or Frag, or Forsberg.
I would rather win and then play another set.
I'm one of those people who are okay with losing. I don't know.
I mean, I get it. But it's not like I'm going to take a loss over a win if I can choose it.
True.
I don't care how boring the character is. A win is a win.
The electric
Electric into the combo. Scary.
Champagne has not been able to get as much as you might expect from a Kazuya so far. Colonies has been doing an excellent job of living these interactions fairly handily.
It's where you want to be. Like, admittedly, it's scary, I think. Like, this is definitely a character who can kind of blow you up.
Going for the reverse boomerang. He's going to find the back door right into it. He goes for the forward air to cover high, but that guy is already too low to be caught by that.
Okay. Yeah.
We see it rarely, but once in a while, it's good.
That entire sequence was kind of sick, though.
The electric into the up B, though. The demon wings carrying him to the blast zone. A bomb into back air will be a good conversion.
Go, my Barts.
Youngling Infinite, hello?
He's got it going on.
That is a pair of moves I don't think I've ever seen used by the Mishima. He's dead.
That's death. Rage drive into rage death.
Rage drive into rage demise.
Rage drive into rage die.
Rage drive into Rage Drive Away.
You could have just let it lie, Dog.
Rage. No, I'm not saying that one. I'm not saying that one. I'm not putting that one into the world.
We've entered the Falco laser dimension. I think it's so sick that a Youngling just has Falco laser and everyone comments on it.
Yeah, except it pops people up and it's better. It's just less spammable. The side hit of up air, I don't think it's any weaker than the regular hit. Down air,
Yeah.
Pogo stick into the demise. The lead for CSU.
That's where CSU wants to be. That's Colonies. Like, it felt like a little bit of a warm up. Get your momentum going. Like, that was real good. That was really what you want to see there.
And I would say this is good for CSU to lock in. It is currently 8:01. They have a match at 8:30.
Got 30 minutes to finish this up.
The fact that this has happened 2 days in a row is kind of
It is
ridiculous.
definitely been a circumstance.
Except yesterday they didn't have to play that second match. Except today they will have to play the second match.
They didn't have to play it yesterday, but they have to play it today, is the thing. That is our circumstance. I check my phone to make sure that I don't have an alarm that's going to go off in the middle of the stream. All right, we're good.
This is where it gets tough for Wichita. When it comes to the players, I think your best bet. So Azazel came in on NACE, but they were listed as a Cloud player specifically. I would expect Cloud to be a good pick here. You could also see the Toon Link for the Link
Child
clone.
fight.
What Azazel is. Oh, you're right. Azazel. Vale. Gosh names. Now that you mention it. Vale.
Actually, wait, no. Chimpus said Azael is this nest.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And then above, like in the list, Azael is the Cloud.
So
They're spelled the same.
I'm wrong for saying Azazel is what you said.
Yes.
So that's some behind the scenes for all y'all at home. Time Monster's stupid.
We're all human too.
But yeah, I would expect Cloud to be your pick here if you're Wichita.
An unattended child spotted! Ex-soldier, go!
This is the second time that'll happen, yeah. In this set, who would win? A well-trained soldier with the highest form of weaponry available to him, or child?
I mean, you don't think Cloud could beat Snake, like in real?
Yeah, he has superpowers.
He has superpowers, but like
he lives a supernova.
he lives.
It's in his mind, technically, right?
It is still it is in his mind in some regard, and he's also being like. A lot of that, I don't know if it's up to Cloud or if it's up to Holy.
Would Snake live Omni-Slash?
I think that Snake is way more psychologically resistant than Cloud is.
How does Snake handle Raiden in Metal Gear? Have they ever fought?
No, but Snake is... It is aggressively implied that he is beyond, to my understanding. Where the entire point of Metal Gear Solid 2 is like, you don't get to be Snake. Surprises if y'all have not seen that game in a billion years, which... crazy that you haven't. Yeah, go play Metal Gear Solid 2. But like, Snake effectively gets to have his own side story that you don't get to play while you're riding an MGS2. And also, like, Snake is very clearly a mentor figure to Raiden, so I would assume he scales him out.
I mean, just because you're a mentor doesn't mean you're good at what you're mentoring.
It's Solid Snake! You're gonna look me in the eyes and tell me Solid Snake isn't the GOAT?
No, that's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying you can have a worse fighter coach a better fighter if that worse fighter is more knowledgeable.
Yes, I don't think that's the case with Snake. As much as, like, I think Raiden does end up getting better feats, like, it is, in my opinion, very heavily implied that Snake is still kind of the GOAT.
I feel like this is all a moot point because Snake could just shoot Cloud.
I mean, there are guns in Final Fantasy VII.
Are there?
Yes.
By the way, WS
The other team seems to have left the arena. They've rage quit off of one player losing.
They got to stall us out because they know we have a game in 30 minutes.
They have not rage quit. That is a joke, by the way.
Yeah, we're being silly. We got to trash talk. But like, no, yeah, they're a gun. Like, do you know they were gun? Have you not? It's like 90% of the game. There has a gun arm.
I've never played Final Fantasy. None of them.
I'm sorry.
I've lived a great life. Never played an anime game. Footnote doesn't count.
I think that's worse.
How is that worse?
Okay, it depends on the anime game, I'll admit. Like, there are anime games that are worse than Nintendo games, but they're, like, I think Final Fantasy VII is, like, pretty up there.
Oh, yeah, for sure. It might be, like, one of the best games ever made. It certainly is, in fact.
I think it's really good. I think it is mainly regarded the way that it is because it's incredibly culturally relevant. I think the game itself is a little bit weaker than, like, Final Fantasy VI, but that's because I think 6 is one of the best narrative setups in front of a video game ever. Playing 5 right now. He's in a Bart's. Fan of my. I love the fact they just named him that. What if they just make him The Simpsons? What if Bart Simpson got in Smash 6?
I would be surprised if he got in over Goku.
I think Bart Simpson before Goku would be so funny.
Who is the most relevant anime character in the world right now?
Luffy, probably.
Oh, Luffy's getting in over Goku.
I would expect Goku before Luffy, but I think that Luffy is, like, modernly more relevant.
Luffy would get in. If Smash 6 adds one anime character, it would be Luffy. It just would.
No, I still think it should be Bart's, like...
The child fight!
Child fight! Child fight! Child fight!
This is like Gravity Falls, the baby fights.
True. They're in the same skin!
They are both blue. How are you They're
designed.
Blonde hair and blue clothes. How are we ever going to tell them apart? Who's winning right now?
Colonies, very clearly. I don't know if you're being facetious or not.
How can you tell the difference?
The art style, the fact that one of them's like a foot shorter.
Sorry, I don't see art style.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, he's not cell shaded. How can I tell what he is?
How can I read this? There's no pictures.
True. Okay, that's a great boomerang into down air. That's huge.
Okay. Colonies, proven why I think Toon Link is a fraud character.
Oh, definitely. It's the fact that he was put in that high in the tier list is ridiculous.
This is like Young Link if he weren't a real character.
This is Young Link with a stall and fall down here and worse arrows. And a few other things.
Probably. Like, I think my thing is, like, the arrows for Young Link are just so insane.
Young Link has a worse Zera, I think.
Probably, but, like...
Nice little fair, almost killed. That is one thing I do have to give Toon Link credit for. Those aerials, that forward air, it's pretty strong, especially compared to what Young Link has on the table. And speed-wise, pretty good too.
I just think, like... Admittedly, I think characters who get one hit and just stop the interaction are boring. I think Young Link is one of the most interesting characters in the game because everything is precedented by the fact you're probably going to get a combo off of it.
Forward air killed across the whole stage, I think that was. Out of that, it was an air, but Colony's still gotten a lot of change here. He might be able to finish off Rage on 6 without dropping another one, and that would be huge for CSU's chances.
Up tilt loses stage control. Back onto the stage, but hits hit with the down air.
It's just got a bad Sephiroth down there, isn't it?
A little bit, but like I feel like you could describe a lot of down airs with that.
Every stall and fall is bad Sephiroth down here.
Kinda. Sephiroth's down air even that good?
Yes. In my opinion, at least. I don't know if our producer's gonna give me a face for saying that, but yeah, I think Sephiroth's down air is very good.
I just don't think stall and falls are good.
Yeah, but at 2 frames. And it's way below ledge. It's
good.
That's crazy. Up tilt into up air on the flat is huge there for Draydon. But yeah, Sephiroth's down air, like, hits so far below the ledge that you do not have to worry about two-framing to spike.
Wowzers, that's pretty good.
It's very good.
Although, me when I recover high against the Sephiroth.
And some characters just can't. And Sephiroth is very good at forcing you low, I feel.
I mean, yeah, I think that's a problem of pick a better character.
I guess.
You have a game with the most disgusting, unfair, busted top tiers, and you're like, yeah, let me play a
Duck Hunt duo.
No, I think I respect the Duck Hunt. It's just it is worse. Yeah, let me play Marth in this game. Let me play Lucina in this game.
Good. Lucina's a good character.
Why would you play Lucina when their character's on our screen?
Because
you're wrong. Because you're wrong, and you want to feel like you're being an honest person.
Because you want a better recovery.
Yeah, let me take a better recovery over
cheating.
Over cheating.
Over a character who just cheats. A frame 1 air dodge that is also basically witch time is pretty good now that I think about it.
Yeah, no.
While also having a character who kills you at 40 is pretty good too.
You get two of the... Each of these characters would have been like probably close to S tier on their own.
No. Pyra's safety on shield is very mediocre, and her movement speed is very low. The fact that she is attached to Mithra is what keeps her very, very strong. She would be like a mid-tier. Like, she's like Ike territory, arguably, or Crom territory, because her recovery is not very good. Like, you
kill at 60 with it.
So does Crom sometimes.
Yeah, but Crom has to like do something for it. This character kills you at 60 for doing nothing. You sneeze and Pythra is just like Pyra. I have to detach them. Pyra's just like, yeah, cool. I'm gonna hit this button that I paid like $6 for, and you're gonna die to it.
We just plugged. You know how you detachable headphone mics or mics? We just plugged that in straight to the PC.
Okay, raw? Question mark?
I say we, it was Livy.
Alright.
Livy, our fantastic producer for the evening. Make sure you guys always appreciate, no matter what you hear on commentary, Arctic is going to be the one coming in, that makes sense.
Our killer fish for the evening.
No matter what you hear from the commentators, no matter how much you appreciate commentators, if you do, always remember that this job is not possible if it's not for our producers, so every stream, make sure you guys give love to whoever is producing that day.
True. That's why I try and mention it on the end of the stream.
Oh no.
Robert!
Okay, I was getting a little bit nervous there. I thought he was just gonna kill. Just kill from across the stage. Carry him all the way.
Unfortunately, reverse laser.
That up there did like 20%. That's ridiculous. Arctic trying to find the chase. Gonna be a couple of back airs to send Arctic away. He's looking for a chance here. That laser goes the wrong way, though. Yeah, he's finding that to be more common than the alternative.
It's not ideal. Not where you want to be.
At all. Bombs will find some chip damage. He finds the Nair on shield, but it'll fly right past. Up tilts on the platform. Not able to really escape too much. That up air is terrifying. It's a little bit stronger than Young Link's and a little bit more linger, if I remember correctly.
Can you talk about that angle on laser?
He does it a lot. I don't know. I kind of just have... It's like, it's just faded out of my mind to like, I've grown numb to it, is what it looks like.
I've become so numb.
I can't feel you there.
Yeah, alright, let's go with that one.
This, all I want to do is be like that. People like that.
Fortunate, not going to be able to find much off of that. Trajan able to take his stock.
Could have been a down tilt train across the stage. He looks about a little bit too high for that, but he goes for the grab instead, and the spot dodge is good there from Trajan. Arctic still... They're still even at the very least right now for CSU. Arctic can absolutely bring this home.
Shield into the down tilt, tries to follow up off of it, but unfortunately does not have the RNG manip.
The gyro as well was a little bit too far away, so he couldn't find it. This should be dead. Oh, he wins!
Wi-Fi, baby!
Yeah, we'll call that a Wi-Fi dip on that one. Down tilt on shield. He's not going to find any reward pass. He looks for the up smash, but just a little bit too far away is Trajan. Nice laser.
Gets back to the ledge.
Knew he was going to roll at some point there. Like, you could tell the way he was playing it. Bomb up air. Wow.
Yeah. Okay, maybe this character's better than I thought.
No.
No.
I think this character's better on Wi-Fi than I thought.
True.
Because like you just hit a single thing and then you've done your interaction for the day.
That is a consideration, though.
I don't care. I think that if your consideration is, yeah, this character is good on Wi-Fi, I think you should be given to the wolves for like 2 minutes.
Well, that was ridiculous. I've never seen great back air from Arctic. Fantastic back air. He's going to find the kill there. But I've never seen, like, dare to ledge. I'm brain farting. I've never seen tether recovery land on stage except for like one character. I think it's Violet.
Probably.
Really struggling to keep this stock alive right now. To be able to keep himself alive, that interaction is going to maintain his life. There's still so much time on the bank that he's not worried about time. He's just worried about getting some damage on the field and not taking hits. He can play as slow as he wants right now, and honestly, they'll probably favor him.
That's definitely possible. You have to maybe play a little bit smart here. Tries to find the fair, but doesn't quite connect.
Grabs the bomb. He's going to chip himself with it. I'm going to avoid that up air as well.
Gyro gets grabbed. Parry on it.
Great use of the projectile so far from Arctic. He's really climbing this percent deficit back thanks to his projectile usage. Trajan has not found nearly as much value out of his projectiles as Arctic has. Goes for the back air, doesn't find the hit. That would have killed too with this much range.
Absolutely. Hits the snipe laser. Tries to nair into the down tilt. Goes back. It's a scary situation. Tries to go for the up smash. Doesn't quite connect.
It only has a linking hitbox on that first half there. That's it.
Sure, why not?
This character might be dumber than I thought, actually. Yeah. Some great sounds.
I don't care. There's nothing that you can make. You could do like a 0 to death with this character that's consistent 100% of the time, and I wouldn't care. I think Toon Link is just the most boring Link in the roster.
Not a fan of Wind Waker, huh?
Waker's mid. I don't think there's one good GameCube game.
Ooh, I could send out a really hot
Racing
take.
games aren't good.
No. I was gonna say a different hot take.
All right.
I think you'll both kill me for this one. I think my favorite Zelda game is Wind Waker.
I mean, I think that's fine. I just don't think they're very good. I don't think Zelda games are very good.
Whoa. Ocarina of Time.
Ocarina of Time is not even in like the top 3 that I would consider the best. I think Ocarina of Time is like Ocarina of Time was crazy. It was like it changed the genre. I will admit. It is like as a piece of history, great. As a game, not good.
What were you about to say, Livy?
Pithra.
I think our producer had the right read from the start. I think this is what CSU should have gone with for this matchup to begin with. I think Dreamless just makes a lot of sense here. Dreamless Aegis specifically.
The sword.
The sword is good, and he shouldn't need to worry about recovery for one stock, right? He should be able to win neutral enough to not worry about it for one stock.
Probably.
Great dash back into the grab. Beautiful there from Dreamless. He's catching a lot of air dodges with what I will call frame traps, even though they're not real frame traps.
I mean, like, there is no such thing as a frame trap is dependent on so many independent factors that I don't think that a real frame trap exists. Why?
He went so deep. He's trying to cover low, but Trajan had enough time to react and go high. I get what you're going for there for Dreamless. I really like that. I think that works against a lot of players. It doesn't work right now, and that's just unfortunate.
I think that it is gambling when you do not have the means to gamble. I think that right now it's very important to kind of keep a material advantage, and like with a character who is so able to just raw kill like Pyra, like I think that it is immensely in a situation where like I think you should have just stayed on stage and punished them for getting back on.
Yeah, ledge trap was much safer there, or even just hold ledge into back air would have been a lot safer. This could be a bomb D drop into a Nair. That Nair is surprisingly decent for Toon Link. You might think those hit both sides Nairs aren't great. Back air will take the stop.
Alrighty, that finishes it up. 5-6 for CSU.
Could have been 6-6, but it's not the end of the world. Really, right now, it's dependent on if Dreamless is able to keep his composure after giving away stock like that. That's tough. I've been there. That's tilting.
It's not the end of the world, but at the same time, it is still very scary.
It's the mental game that's most difficult there.
At the same time, like, this is a character who can run away with a stock, so...
Yeah. But he needs to be locked in for that. If he's going to play scared, if he's going to play if he plays like he just threw away his stock, I don't know how well he's going to do. He needs to play with full gusto.
We gotta believe in the full gusto.
I believe in the full gusto. I'm just saying that he has to.
Alrighty then.
Trust me, there's one person in the world who probably believes in these guys more than me. I'll say it 1,000 times. I'll say it 1,000 more. I don't think I even need to say who that one person is. Hi, Psychic.
Hi.
Okay, maybe there's one other person who believes in some of these guys. One of these guys in particular more than me.
I'd hope themselves.
Oh, true. I would hope.
Really?
I don't know. I believe.
What do you think comes in here?
I believe in these guys.
I think it might be the Yoshi.
Yoshi would be a bit tough here. I think we haven't seen Zale yet. Question from chat.
Munster, what are your thoughts on Mario?
By who? By Javi? Mario the character or Mario the game franchise or Mario the character in the game franchise?
Or Mario the man versus Mario the idea?
Yeah, that's another question. I need some elaboration on Mario because there's a lot of things about. It could be Chris.
No.
TSD, but Gamer Dog, he is bringing out the Hedgehog Sonic speed. Gotta go fast.
We are going to see.
I love interactive gameplay. I love when characters interact with each other and play the game.
Here's the thing: for our mental health, this game is going to suck. But for Dreamless, I actually think this is an okay situation to be in because the timer's on 10 minutes. You can play as slow as GamerDog wants. You are not under pressure to approach nearly at all. You can play at your own pace here as well. You don't have to speed things up.
I mean, I don't disagree. There's a Sonic on my screen.
Yeah, it's bad for us. It's not bad for him. Right? He's not going to be able to time out 10 minutes against Pyramithra. He goes for the forward smash, just throwing it out there. Good roll away there, too. He's really swinging right now. He wants to find a kill.
I love interactive gameplay. I can't comment on this match because there's a... Look at this!
I will say, Dreamless has been locking down GamerDog really, really well. The fact that he's been chasing, but not too hard. The fact that he has been, using moves just safe enough outside of that Sonic range to where if you catch an opening, if you catch him trying to go in, you'll find the kill. But if you don't, you're not under risk of too much punish.
I mean, yeah.
I think Dreamless has been playing this great.
Absolutely. I think Dreamless knows how to play this situation, is able to play that kind of smartly, especially with a sword. I just also think that, watching a character go directly intentionally attack a move that they know is going to be shielded because they're going to leave is not...
Because the move just goes straight through the shield.
They don't even let Fox do that anymore.
Well, I mean, kinda can.
I'm talking about,
oh, no,
illusion.
Oh, true. Yeah. Oh, I didn't know that. My bad. Dreamless, he can keep onto this stock for a while. Sonic has a lot of easy, cheap kills sometimes, and trying to recover as Pyramithra, not easy. But, I did kind of curse it here, but as long as Dreamless doesn't take too much damage here, I want him to play this very slow and really take Sonic's pace rather than trying to force his own.
I mean, that's also the thing. It's very... As much as you can keep your pace, it's mentally taxing to play against this character.
For sure, for sure. I would expect these players, though, to be able to play in that way at least a little bit, at least for one game, right? This isn't a full best-of-5 set against Sonic. That caught the jump! Oh, no!
Ouch. Who's Toxo Sonic?
Yeah, I'm glad that our producer had that prepared. This is more doable than the last game was, I'll say.
Probably. I'm not gonna say that like that's incorrect.
Does
I
screen
love-
cap remind you of anything? So do we have a response from Javi in the chat? Mario?
Mario.
All right, then I'll just go over every
What if it
case.
was Mario? What if it was? What if this is Mario Snake?
That'd
but
be
it's-
a way better world. So, GamerDog is primarily Mario, I believe. But anyways, so Mario in Smash, I think he's an arguably top 15 character. I think Mario's very underrated. I think he's crazy. He's got kill confirms that can be started anywhere. He's got like ladder combos. He got bridge combos. He's got a lot. I think Mario's very underrated. Mario the man, he's very cool. I think that he's a bit too stoic. I think he's got a bit of an ego on him after all these.
I don't think he's an ego. I do not think he's like a dad. He's like a dad.
He's got a little bit of an ego.
No, he does.
He's not showing it, but he definitely has a bit of an ego. And
He's a like not showing it means that you don't have an ego. He's accomplished. He has saved a literal kingdom. Thousands on thousands on thousands on thousands on thousands of times.
Either way,
he deserves to be a little bit confident, and he chooses not to show it.
Either way, that's just my opinion,
and it's wrong.
That's fair. Mario, the idea is nice, right? The idea of the everyman hero. It's a great thing to have in the world.
It's so nice. I wish Italians were real.
Yeah, I wish Italians was real. I wish spaghetti was real. That'd be awesome. As for Mario, the games, they're okay. I've never really gotten into them. I don't think that he's got the best games by any means, including in Nintendo's library. I think Splatoon is honestly more interesting than some of the Mario games. Like a lot of the Mario games, Galaxy is great. Sunshine is great. Wonder is great. What was the other one? Odyssey.
I'm going to be honest. I'm not a Mario Andy. I think the best Mario game was the original 64. I don't think any game has gotten close to that game's movement.
I mean, it does play like butter.
I have never felt a game that feels as fluid as 64 on like 64. No, honestly.
Oh,
like I think the thing with Melee is like things are still like kind of disjointed, where it is like I am doing two separate actions that are combining into one, but are still kind of like I'm still wave dashing into something else. With Mario 64, a lot of the time I'm doing like jump dive into like long jump into like whatever else I want to do. Like it is a fluid system that is entirely ruined by the DS remake, and if you think the DS remake is better, I think you are wrong and are entirely fueled by nostalgia.
I think that is a pretty popular opinion from what I've heard.
I have always, like, I don't know if it's just been my environment, but I've heard a lot of people defending 64 DS.
I've never heard a soul say anything positive about that iteration. Other than it is Mario 64, It
was a really cool tech demo for the DS.
Yeah.
When I have to play the best analog game ever made on a D-pad.
Tetris.
I said analog. Tetris is digital.
You're right. Sorry.
I love me some Tetris. Like I used to be a Tetris grinder actually. Yes, but I'm referring to the way you input them.
Yeah. Nice output there. Great.
Ruby!
There's not really any games that can compete with your Mario 64.
I think that, like, superficially, maybe, but, like, it's historically relevant. It is incredibly fun modernly. It is a game that both...
There's a reason it's lived in the speedrunning community for so long.
60...
Someone back there? I'm sorry.
Sure! That's sick, though!
I forget that just moves can just trip in this game. There's like brawls sometimes. Oh wow, what a back air.
Bobby and Cat, Mario 64 is so bad.
So
what do you mean by how can you?
Unfortunately, the number of employees at CSU Esports is reduced by 2. You're gone.
What makes you feel?
No,
that?
I'm kidding. Sit down. Javi's gone though.
What is your what makes you defend that position?
It's like if you look up the word classic in a dictionary, that is the image you will see.
It's not even like an issue of like it has immense historical relevance. I still don't think like historical relevance makes a game good. It's why I don't think
Right.
Ocarina of Time is good. Whoa, Ruby, my hero! Let's go!
Ocarina of Time is still a good game. As is Majora's Mask.
I think Majora's Mask is better. I think that it's
Wow.
I think Ocarina of Time just
I'm shocked. I didn't think you would be a Zelda denier.
I don't like how the games have played. I think that like their structure is kind of boring, and like if I was going to play an ARPG, I'd just go play Kingdom Hearts 2. No, okay. One is on the same tier as the Zelda game. I don't like Kingdom Hearts 1. Kingdom Hearts 2 has some of the best video game combat I've ever played. Straight up. Like
Somebody's never played Fortnite.
I have. I put a lot of time into Fortnite.
No, I'm kidding. Don't
I
worry.
love Fortnite. It's great.
I'm kidding. Don't worry.
But like, I don't like Zelda combat. I think that it's kind of slow and repetitive and doesn't feel satisfying to do.
That's fair. I don't agree, but that's fair. The link between the worlds. Yeah. They haven't aged great. I'll give you guys that.
I think Zelda CDI is real funny. I like Zelda CDI.
CDI?
Yeah, Zelda CDI.
What does CDI mean?
The Philips CDI. You don't know you do not know Zelda CDI. Gee, it sure is boring around here. Great, I'll grab. You don't know Zelda CDI.
Me?
Yeah. It's the bad Zelda game that everyone makes YouTube poop of. No, actually.
I'm just in my own niche group. Like I found the one thing that I like, and I haven't left in 20 years.
What's the cave allegory? Whose cave allegory was it again? Thank you. You've been stuck in Plato's allegory of the cave.
Yeah, that's exactly what I have been.
I'm sorry.
I've been living under a rock. Like I don't know anything outside of like my 2 or 3 things, and then like 2 or 3 very important things to know. And no, CDI is not one of them.
The Philips CDI is such a console, and I can't believe you aren't aware of it.
It's a console?
Yes, it is. So before, like, do you know about the attempted collaboration between Nintendo and Sony?
Oh.
Back around the SNES, there was like it's what created the PlayStation. There was a rift between Nintendo and Sony. Sony went off and made the PlayStation. Nintendo partnered with Philips, which fell through. Philips, however, still had the licenses to a lot of Nintendo properties and made really bad, fully voice-acted Mario and Zelda games. Link talks in them.
Can't believe they got away with that.
It's because they had it was like a falling out, and they still had the licenses.
I can't believe they got away with that. How did Zelda get them back?
Like, you can license something to somebody and not have it be permanent.
That's true. Great.
Okay.
Things are now evened up on stocks, but Ruby still got pretty big stock deficit. That down air will start piling on percent, just 20%, by the way.
Very nice. I mean, both of these characters have down airs that do something.
Yeah, both these characters' down airs hurt like a...
They hit like a truck.
Yeah. Except Snake's is frame 3.
True.
So it's a frame 6 out of shield option that is 20%. Ruby doesn't think it's the best. He started using it more, which is good.
I mean, I can understand its perspective. I think that it is like... I think that it has less utility than a lot of other out-of-shield options, but I think that it has its utility in places.
The main problem with it is if the opponent is aware, they can just SDI behind Snake, or whichever direction Snake's not going, and get out of it consistently. If you don't, you're eating 20%.
I mean, yeah, I'm just like, here's the thing with that. I think that I'd be a lot more willing to say that it's really, really good if he had a better mix-up off of it. Where it is like, unless you're just holding shield, or have like Okay. One, like, you can grenade, but if you're grenading, I think you're just better off holding shield and then punishing them if they hit by the grenade. Like, what are you doing aside from down air out of shield situation?
Gosh, that's bad. Oh, that's really bad.
Ugh.
He doesn't have C4, I don't think. He doesn't need it yet.
Let's make it back, though!
That is a miracle beyond miracles. If he wins this, I will be flabbergasted. That is an incredible move, like, recovery.
Ruby returns in chapter 287.
Ruby will return in set 3, or game 3 of the set. It's like a Marvel movie.
Real.
Can't afford to take another hit of C4, and he's going to be inching the top of that blast zone.
Imagine if Ruby just dropped the C4 and landed it midair.
I mean, that'd be sick. He can also land a back air. He's got no C4
Beep, beep.
down at the moment. Take that grenade damage. He's going to start dying to it soon. There we go. C4. He drops it midair. Catches.
It's a scary situation. I think
Oh my god.
that is going to end the set. Unfortunate, but maybe fortunate in the fact that it now means that we don't have to run 2 sets at once.
Yeah, I mean, it's 8:36 now. We will be able to, I think at the very least, we will be having another match. I don't know if it was a prerequisite to win this.
I believe they're separate leagues, aren't they?
I think so. This one was NACE, right? Is the next one not NACE?
It's CECC, right?
Is it CECC? Either way, we'll be right back and we'll figure things out.
Alrighty then, folks. No!
He's back! From extinction! From Yoshi to Yoshi. Not happy.
I love Yoshi. No, I love Yoshi. I love this character who does nothing.
He does something.
He does things, but like the value that Yoshi gets for doing what Yoshi does is way too high for what Yoshi does.
I can't tell if they're playing or they're just doing button checks.
I mean, Colonies was standing still for like a minute, so I'm
assuming button check. Is it?
I don't know.
Maybe they're testing Wi-Fi. That seems feasible. This would be the weirdest game ever if this was real play.
He was swinging at ghosts, tilting at windmills.
Okay, there we go. Hit us with the who's next. Yoshi's in.
Third time we have watched a Yoshi set tonight. Feels like it's Midgard Mayhem all over again.
Every time we are in the booth, there has to be a little green dinosaur.
Why does Northeast Ohio hate me?
Do we have the software on? I just saw you respond to that. They have a pup? That's safe. Donkey Kong? Like DKN? For DDD?
It looks like DVD to me, but
DVD. Oh, do you know what that name is?
Duck Hunt Dog. Maybe that could be an H.
Does not look like an H to me.
It doesn't look like an H, but none of those letters look like letters.
It looks like a dead bush from Minecraft.
That could be. Is it Dunk?
This is clearly in pencil. They could have erased. So yeah, their team is Yoshi, Puff, Pac-Man, and apparently Blu-ray.
Okay, but what if like the DVD logo just showed up and that was their character? That'd be sick, though.
I mean, Rivals of Ether does have a modded character that's pretty close.
We get it. You have Rivals of Aether stock that you need to go up so you can sell it.
No, it's a mod. Look, all I'm saying is it's better than 2. All right.
I mean,
there's a reason 1/3 of the Rivals of Ether player base is still on 1.
To be fair, I also think this Rivals one looks way better. Like visually, I think that is like I'm just gonna be honest. I think more games need to be willing to not use 3D models.
Yeah.
Like I think like modern 2D games look great.
Yeah.
Like
sprite games that use sprite work. Especially.
No, yeah. Like admittedly I'm very biased because like I'm a big fan of like French bread games, but like they look beautiful. Like
I was talking about this before you got here. I started playing Celeste today. That game is gorgeous.
I'm not a Celeste Andy.
No, Celeste Sydney.
Celeste don't.
It has to have alliteration.
No, it does not.
It does.
It really doesn't. I say this as like an Andy professional. Like, it's like changing the pronouns in a song. You just shouldn't. Like you can. Well, you just shouldn't.
But it's for the bit.
What? All right.
I think she read something in chat. I'm gonna open up to see what's going on.
Back into the match here. Trading for percentages. You can still look it up. I'm just commenting so that you can. Me when I start talking so that you have space and time to check Twitch chat. I feel like this is probably decent for.
There was nothing.
Rivals Blaze? Yeah, I can.
Rivals Blaze! I love Rivals.
It's pretty good.
Rivals 1 is a great game. Great boomerang there, looking for the fire arrow confirmed. Doesn't find it. Nair as well. He's finding a lot of hits, but that Nair, the kick, the Tims, we still have the Twitch chat.
That's actually the new character they're adding to Smash. We get to reveal it.
This Twitch chat.
Yeah, Twitch chat. They're adding Twitch integration to Smash 6.
Just put it in the corner. Right, that way then we get to see all the new chat messages.
True.
If anybody's in the top left of the screen, we're a little bit screwed. It does look like Colonies dropped one stock while we were working on that on the back end. Is it going to be able to take another one?
I can't see the stock count right now. The taskbar's in the
Can
way.
you just click on OBS and then click on the projector. That might put it in front of the Twitch chat, but that might be a sacrifice we have to take.
Okay, yeah, we're good.
Hop right up back into the stage there for Igloo.
Also, it feels like CSU also probably has a little bit of advantage. Like, they had a good chance to warm up.
Oh, for sure. And, like, oh, yada 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 experience. They got a Yoshi experience out the wazoo.
Quite literally, they had to fight through it pretty aggressively last game.
Last game, they have it pretty often. Colony's one of those players who does find the Yoshis in bracket fairly recently, or not
Frequently.
frequently. Yeah. Why is English such a hard language?
Because nothing is precedented and there are no rules.
Except for I before E, except after C.
Which is only sometimes.
Only sometimes true. 40%. So that's what it used to be.
I mean, like, admittedly, like, I'm sure language isn't real. We just say sounds and, like, we agree that those sounds mean something, and that's what we call language.
True. Look for the boomerang. It's going to be unsafe on shield. That Nair's frame 5 and a down smash followed up off a tech chase is good there for Igloo. Colonies is searching for an opportunity here. This is a tough matchup watching it play out. Yoshi just completely walls out Youngling.
Yeah, it's a matchup.
Especially if you're not catching things like jump, the egg toss can, interrupt your own projectile usage. You're not fighting nearly as much as you would otherwise.
We are just going to see Colonies get the back air into the up tilt.
He's fishing for a kill confirm, but they're all relatively specific at this point. The bomb interrupts that. Nair out of shield almost kills. The bomb onto the ledge is good. Another Nair. Sending them the wrong way, but there's no real way to change the whims of fate.
It's definitely scary. 103 against Yoshi is not really an ideal position, but at the same time, like, Youngling can do some silly shenanigans.
You just have to not get hit by an aerial at this point because almost all of them will kill. Nice fire arrow out of the combo as an extender. He's going to find the down throw. He looks for the boomerang, but no air dodge. It's just going to be the Yoshi bomb.
Air trying to find it. The double arrow, the triple arrow.
Weaving his way through, trying to play as safe as possible. He wants to preserve this stock and get some change on the next player if possible.
It would be ideal. You're starting to even it back out, but Yoshi has back air.
One of the best arrows in the game.
It's one of them. You can use it.
I hate that skin.
I don't like it. I also don't like Yoshi, so I'm maybe biased.
Our producer has been going for some big swings on her predictions on who's coming in.
I mean, I think it's a pretty good prediction. I think it's correct. Like, I think they should.
Probably. This could technically be Arctic. I think that Yoshi Rob isn't great for Rob, but
you know what? I think Yoshi Sephiroth is secretly the best matchup. You just drop the meteor on him. He's a dinosaur after all.
Kind of cooking with that. I feel like, doesn't Byleth also have powers of that ilk?
I don't know. I don't care about Three Houses. I don't think I like Fire Emblem. I like classic Fire Emblem. I don't.
Our resident global Fire Emblem expert is currently out there playing, so can't exactly do much with that.
We just in the middle of the match. Hey, Shimbus, will you tell us about if Byleth can drop a meteor?
Can Byleth make the dinosaurs go extinct? Hey, Jetbus! Curiosity.
I'm thinking about the mod that makes Pyra Mithra into Walter White and Jesse Pinkman. I think that should come baked into every copy of Smash 6.
I think that I see nothing wrong with what you just said.
Exactly.
I can't imagine a single flaw with that.
What could go wrong?
Nothing. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. It's a smash hit. They take a character from a mediocre.
Hey, say that again.
What?
Say that again.
What?
Say that again.
I don't know what you're talking about.
A what hit?
A what?
A what hit?
A what?
A what hit?
I don't know what you.
You said a smash hit.
Yeah, me when I've extended, I wouldn't. If I understood if I remembered what I was saying, I wouldn't have extended it for that long.
I thought that was why you were extending it.
No. I just black out and start saying words until the shift ends. That's what commentary is.
Oh man. Yeah, but I do think that this is a good shot. I think Dreamless can pretty handily take one stock. What we see sometimes against players who are around Dreamless's level, if not, or even sometimes above his level, is we'll see him take one really strong early stock and then drop two. This is a perfect time to send him in for that exact reason. He's going for the forward smash.
Absolutely. Dreamless is a very volatile player where it's like, as much as like there is a lot of skill in Dreamless's ability to play a longer game, like that first stock, that opening, once you have that momentum, like it's very hard. Like double jump cancel from the.
Oh, he's dead.
Wondrous.
Fortunate. It's gonna be a good forward air catch onto Igloo's drop. The egg lay. He's looking to cheese out a stock here on Dreamless, so that'll be a down air. Looking for the up air, can't find it.
Not ideal, although you are in just percent range where just everything kills. And the kitchen sink.
The big fire sword is pretty good at putting people on.
You pay $6 for it, and you get everything else for free.
The $6 is just for Pyra's sword.
Yeah, no, you use it to juice you. It's like how like in mobile games you can pay for like additional powers or something.
Yeah, right.
Except in this time it's like, would you like to kill at like 60 if you watch an ad?
You'll lock it forever. They should add no, they shouldn't. I was gonna say they should add ads to Ultimate.
Okay, I think
an ad, you get one game Pyra.
To be fair, one game of Pyra no Mithra is really good, actually.
Oh.
But okay, but like character who spawns ads would no, that's just Germa. Okay, I've been thinking of a Rivals mod, but I was thinking of a Rivals mod, but yeah. Yeah, what if German 985 was in Smash 6?
I think he has a better shot than some characters.
I think he has a better shot than Gino.
I was about to say I didn't want to hurt your feelings.
No, as much as I think Gino would be a sick character to see in the game, like I'm aware that he's not coming. I don't have stock in Gino.
Yeah. Sorry, Gino fans, but if he didn't get in Ultimate, he was never getting in.
What if he was in Melee though? That would have been sick.
They would have been. I mean, there are more important characters to get when it's Melee. The thing is, Gino was a character or was around at a time where he didn't have enough prevalence to get into Smash, and now he doesn't have the reputation to get into Smash. Like back then, they were adding the required characters like Ganondorf, Wario, Bowser, Mega Man. I'm saying throughout like Smash, like Melee, Brawl, and even into Smash 4 a little bit. They were adding the necessary characters who have to be in Smash by that point. Gino is not, unfortunately, one of those characters. Martha is because Fire Emblem.
Marth is because Marth is like Smash history at this point. Like I hate that they like slaughtered Marth in Ultimate, but like he's culture. He's culture.
You see, Marth was never butchered if you just imagine that he's trans femme now.
No, I've played Awakening. That's like his future kid.
Oh my bad.
Or that's not even true. That's like extremely a lie.
He's her ancestor, right?
Yes, kind of. She has the same sword.
No, she has the half or the half falchion, something like that, right?
No, it is they just redesigned it. Like it is still the falchion. They redesigned it.
I've watched a lot of YouTube videos about Smash Brothers, and for some reason,
I've played Awakening.
No, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying that I've seen a lot of Smash videos, and a lot of them, for some reason, are about Marth, and that's what I thought that I heard. That throw was really good in this matchup, by the way. Could just kill Myth we're at like 80.
Probably. Luckily, we are at exactly 79.
So he'll have one more.
You get one more. It's fine.
Okay, yeah, you usually see Dreamless will footstool people out of the blazing end. This time,
Into the blazing end.
this time Willie is footstooling Dreamless after popping the blazing end. Thankfully, a Kazuya in the air, not the strongest combatant.
It's like if Little Mac were a good character.
Yeah, except his aerials are so good.
No, yeah, I think like this just should have been how Little Mac was designed to begin with.
Yeah, just give him a frame 7 jump squat.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have minded that. Oh, he's might be dead. No, good DI.
Okay.
Range is very DI-able. Of all the moves in the game, it's up there.
Okay. I really like that one.
Dreamless is playing exceptional. Yeah, he just plays good against this character, I think. Like, him and
I mean,
Kazuya.
like, frankly, I think that like if there is a character who I would expect to be able to play very, very well against Kazuya without being the most boring character in the roster, Sonic, it's probably Pithra. Like, this character has a sword.
Oh, he might be dead. No, good DI. A little bit far out on the DI, but I mean, you just DI straight left and, you know, you'll live. That's the 3-hit jab, and that'll send him away.
Wait, just look at the center.
Dreamless has kept things even, which at this point is what you really need from him. Not quite 6-6 yet.
Good.
Tries to go for the firms, doesn't find it. Looking for the down air. He is fishing for a kill. This guy is the fisherman. Tries to read the roll away, but nothing there. Here's an what was he going to use?
Dreamless playing like Captain Ahab out here. Finds the white whale. Finds the white whale, baby! The entire point of Moby Dick was that whale was cooked!
No!
I'm in! I should never said anything!
Oh, no.
It is Moby Dick! I'm gonna stop saying things in the booth.
He's gone for that so many times.
Gambling addiction? Question mark?
So the players don't think like obviously I'm not an authority on knowledge and ultimate. The players don't want to say it in a way that sounds rude, but they don't think that my opinions are very useful to them, is how I'll say it. And I've said in the past that I don't think you need to be looking for kills off stage. That's why recoveries in this game are exceptional. If you get reversaled as half the cast, you are just gone, and that will tear your mental apart, especially in crew battles.
Yeah.
And Kazuya's a character who can get reversals. His recovery is not, truly exceptional, but if he was in any other Smash game, it would be off the charts.
I mean, frankly, like, this is also the character with, like, you're gonna kill off of literally anything.
Yeah.
I don't think you need to, like, why are you paying $60 for a kill you could get for 3?
I mean, both characters are $6.
$60 in, like, opportunity cost.
Sure. I was thinking...
Which, adjusted for inflation, is, like, a stock.
Sounds right.
Somewhere around there. I don't know. Pimpus.
Interesting. What did CSU start with here again? It was Collins,
Collins,
right?
yep.
That means that they don't want to send in Arctic against the Kazuya. Good call. Chimpus was... they also had to pre-choose their rosters for NACE. Excuse me. I kind of forget about that sometimes. So that means that they purposely decided that Chimpus was, kind of their strategy to get out of a Kazuya hole.
I don't hate it.
No, I think it's a good call. Especially because Kazuya into Rob is ouch. But this looks
Sugar. But, like, Bayonetta is a character who will just get back from that. Like, it's a lot of percent. It's scary, but...
If he hit that second nair, it was over for that stock for Chimpus. He needs to keep this one alive. Anything might be killing soon.
And that's the EFGL. EWGF. Thank you. I don't play Tekken.
The girlfriend.
Ooh. We see the witch twist into the back, or the afterburner kick into the back air.
Gonna be able to find a combo into the witch twist. This is gonna set up an edge guard situation. DI's up. Good there from Willie. Just
Fine
punch
for the S-Smash. Here comes the giant fist!
Get out of my game. Bring in your next player. Who dares challenge me?
No more Kazuya. No more Tekken. No more Korean backdashing. No more Electric Wind God Fist. It's banned.
So players that we know Shenandoah has left are Puff, Pac-Man, and the Enigma. The D something and other.
What if a character just shows up that neither of us have seen that is like DYD?
It's just new DLC characters named DYD. That's gonna be the first character they announced for Smash 6.
True.
That sounds like it would be one of the almost like it would be one of the Kongs.
Does sound like a Kong.
Like a distant cousin to a Kong.
I feel like they'd be in the DK rap. Like,
Here's DYD.
he doesn't have a name. He doesn't have a face. This Kong is
lame.
fighting in NACE.
I'm trying to rhyme it with name, so I went lame.
I mean, I was just kind of full tilt ripping off the Lanky Kong. What if they put Lanky Kong in this game?
What's about Funky Kong in this game?
That would be peak. He is going to be a Captain Falcon clone, though.
You know what? I think he's gonna be a Ganondorf clone.
I think they cut Ganondorf for Funky Kong, and I think the world's better for it.
Hear me out. The surfboard is the sword.
Exactly. You think Bart Simpson would play like Young Link?
I think Bart Simpson would play like Lucas
I don't think.
without the magic.
I don't agree. I do not. I think that like
The Ford Smash is a skateboard.
I think that it's. I specifically think Bart Simpson plays like Young Link, except side B is a movement tool. It's like
Skateboard.
roller.
Oh, could he play like Inkling?
No, I think that like my main thing is like, I think Bart Simpson has Fire Arrow, but it's like his slingshot.
Georgia?
No,
Isabel?
I said the character I thought it was. Stop trying to like invent another character that I'm saying it is.
I apologize. I'm just trying to give other ideas. I'm trying to, be considerate of the other characters' feelings here, and who might deserve an echo.
I don't care.
I
don't care about. Yeah, let me care about like Villager and Isabel characters who have mattered like twice in the history of Ultimate.
I mean, they matter for Nintendo. Let's be real. That's dead.
Cinema.
I'm becoming a broken record, but Chimpus, there are two Puff players who I think are fairly close to his level. One who's a fair bit above, one who's probably a little bit below. I would say at the very least, if any of y'all end up watching this and hear me, please don't kill me if I'm wrong. But he's got a lot of reasonable Puff experience for his skill level. Like he's not beating up bad ones, not going up against base mages.
I just think that this is such a weird matchup because, like, one, you get to do this. I like, never mind. I just think this is really bad for Puff.
This is Super Smash Brothers for the Wii U is what we're watching. It's yet again.
And these are like the best and worst, respectively, characters of that game.
Yeah. No, that's the witch twist. But now he's dead.
I thought that was a rest for a second. I was terrified. But no,
he has two stocks, so we wouldn't have seen it.
yeah, okay.
So you don't send in Puff to Chimpus.
What was your plan there? Was the plan like I'm not gonna get hit because I'm small enough to avoid it?
The plan was maybe you don't want your Puff player to anchor.
Maybe, but like you have another player, don't you?
You have Pac-Man. Yeah, true.
I'd rather have Pac-Man.
I'd rather have Pac-Man or DYD.
Listen. We don't even know the character. How is Chimpus gonna have matchup knowledge on DYD?
Dixie on Drew. Dixie Kong is actually a spy sent by the rival ape family, the Drews.
Chimpus able to take the previous round very handily with some 0-to-deaths. Really what you want to see in this kind of situation. Takes a pretty hefty 2-stock advantage. Going into this last character, we're going to see who they decide to bring out.
Depends on what these last two players are. We saw, I think it was Willie Crescent was the Kaz? Yeah, Willie Crescent was the Kazuya.
Man, yo.
I think I was talking about Kip earlier. I don't know for certain, so I'm not going to spout any random bogus. But this matchup should be a little bit worse for Chimpus.
I mean, it was really good for Chimpus previously, so.
Yeah. this is probably not going to be as good if I had to play.
I think what this... I wonder if Kip has to be careful to not offer Chimpus a freebie here.
Yeah, I mean, Pac-Man is nowhere near as floaty as Pop. Nobody is as floaty as Pop. That was really what was making those combos live and breathe against the previous players.
Yeah, having a really light character really can't help you, man.
Light, just flying it up forever, hitting that apple. This guy loves doctors.
I mean, a doctor a day keeps the apple away.
True! This guy's a freaking doctor here! He's giving those apples way out!
An apple a day keeps the neutral away.
An apple a day keeps disadvantage at bay.
Yeah, I'll give you that one. Orange. Orange, you glad you didn't get Galaxian.
Aren't you glad you didn't get
I
Belt?
wanted... They're killing me for a reason. They're killing me for a reason.
They should kill me next. The back air on the ledge doesn't find the timing. It's tough!
Whoa!
This is 5
Holy-
stocks for him now?
It's Chimpus has been on a hot run.
This might be the best side. Okay.
Does have to contest with the bell, which is scary, but yeah.
Bella Day keeps the Warriors at bay, but I think this is some of the best I've seen Chimpus play in a long time, maybe ever. Like for CSU, he's gonna find the bat within through the apple.
I was so hoping that would convert into a combo because that would have been a sick clip.
Unfortunately, no doctors present yet. BBK through the hydrant, but let's get blocked. Even if he doesn't take another stock here, he's gotten so much work done. There's only 2 stocks left on Kip. The last player here for CSU should be able to clutch things out, whether it be Arctic, whether it be Ruby. I will say Arctic has mountains of experience against Pac-Man and has basically won every time that he played.
I could definitely see it. This bell is really working. A Bella Day keeps the dong.
Dong. Forza on the hydrant. He's got the bell in hand. That's a cheeky little Z drop from Kip as well, but Chimp is not falling for it quite yet. He is playing careful with this stock. That's not going to kill?
Just barely. Okay. All right. Jumps off the...
He did the... Oh my god, that was so genius.
Takes the double barrel to the trampoline and then just lays him to die.
Just double hitting the tramp so it turns red is so smart. He's going to drop the stock there.
Who cares?
Who cares?
Like, I don't care if Kip makes some sort of... Like, I'm hoping it doesn't happen. It doesn't matter if Kip makes, like, an insane run here. You're not living that down. You just got clipped.
That's ridiculous. Michael time?
Michael time?
No, this is almost certainly Arctic, if I had to guess. Rob Pac-Man.
I'm so sick, dude.
Like, I thought he was gonna... Like, I was like, why isn't he going for the hit? What is he doing? Is he choking? No! He is playing 5D chess and 4D checkers at the same time, and he is 15 turns ahead of me in both.
I was like, wait, are you doing the trampoline for... Like, I think I could see a little bit ahead of it where it's like, wait, the trampoline's underneath there. Are you bouncing off of it? And then I realized, wait, you can break trampoline.
That's crazy.
That was so sick.
Oh my stocks from the boy. When was the last time we've seen that from Chimpus against one of these, a team of this caliber?
I'm just running the set.
Here to spar on the 18.
Oh.
Okay.
No, look, Chimpus plays so sick, dude.
That was a whole new level, dude.
Yeah, like, you humiliated Kip. Like, how do you live with yourself after that? So, like, admittedly, I would if I'm in Kip's position, I'm also popping off over that. That is kind of sick.
Our producer trying to manipulate the players, sending the send in Michael. I don't disagree though. I mean, that was one of the best performances I've seen from a CSU player in so long.
Like, Bayonetta is a character that, like, she has to find these raw kill options so frequently. And, like, Chimpus found 6 of them.
He found 5. He found 1 that just an opportunity presented itself.
You hit the witch chime and you go, wait, I can hit a clip here.
The best part is he technically could have air dodged straight down to get the second hit on the trampoline.
Didn't even need to.
Didn't even need to. They're gonna send it to Ruby.
Okay, they're not messing around here.
Ruby, kill Kip, bring us to game 2. I'm actually shocked. I thought that this would have been an Arctic angle.
Mods
Eliminate the
Pac-Man into the Shadow Realm.
Mods, remove all of his saturation. Mods, saturate the circle.
Mods, make Kip watch Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventures.
Mods, do something less evil. Mods, watch the DK show.
DKC cartoon goes hard, though. I kind of like some of the music that's in it.
It's not the worst show in the world.
It's not the worst. Like, it's charming in some ways.
If you close your eyes, it's pretty good.
No, I love old CG. Like, I love Reboot. I loved, like, shows that look so bad, but, like they don't look good, but they have such a vibe to them.
What was the anime-inspired part? Like, I think it was a Cartoon Network show.
Code Lyoko. I was not a Code Lyoko Andy. Mainly because I didn't have Cartoon Network, but
that's fair. Generator Wreck.
I remember the 3DS game of that.
It's crazy. I remember the PSP game of that. That's very
scary.
Does he have C4? He does!
Sad.
It doesn't matter.
Unfortunate.
This is not looking as dominant as we might have expected. Maybe Chimpus was making this look a little bit too easy because he must have been really playing on a hot streak if Ruby's struggling this much.
I mean, to be fair, like, I don't know how you played not... Like, Snake... I feel like Snake has a singular game plan, and there's not really much... Like, you can't not kind of play a little serious with Snake. That's just kind of how Snake plays.
Yeah. I will say, a few of the players have criticized Pac-Man's back air in the past. I think it's a very solid, workhorse aerial. Like, we saw it there as a combo extender. We saw it. We can see it as like a bell kill confirmed if you can't hit a smash attack. It's very solid.
I think it's fine. I just think, like, I don't think a workhorse normal really makes the difference in Ultimate. Like, this is a game of scams.
This is a game of stealing lunch money, yeah.
Exactly. Nope, can't help you, man. I can't stop referencing it with Pac-Man on my screen.
Oh. We head into game 2 in a second. What a performance from Chimpus.
That was...
Good clutch up from Ruby, obviously. Good play all around from CSU. But that Chimpus performance was out of this world.
And to end it all off with the funniest kill I've ever seen.
That was sick, dude.
You
I call so many things funny and so few things cool. That was cool.
That was cool. That's like... You pulled the rug out from under him.
Literally.
Literally!
You pulled out the rug and then put on, like, tissue paper.
No, there's nothing there!
Well, there is still something there. It's just a red trampoline, and that's the tissue paper. All right through.
Like a... Oh, not even a reference I can make. That's a deep cut.
What's the deep cut?
I'm making a Nubby's Number Factory bit.
That's too deep for me.
I mean, to be fair, it's modern.
Yeah, sorry. I don't know anything that happened after the year 1995. Sorry.
I have some crazy catching up to do for you.
So start me off with the 2000s.
Okay. So in 2001, Melee came out.
Okay, great.
And it was the best game ever released.
One of them. It's really up there. What happened in 2008, out of curiosity? Anything good in 2008?
I think if I say anything, our producer might kill me.
Was there anything good in 2008?
I think there was that song that went, we're so 2008, you're so 2000 and late.
I thought that was 2007, if I'm going to be honest. I thought that game came... It's like, when a car is like the 2026...
Why do cars do that?
I don't know.
No, why? What if they just started accelerating it, where it's like, hey, here's the 2033 Hyundai Sonata.
Yeah. The fact that we both thought Honda. 2050 Honda Civic in 2026.
Do you remember the Note 7? Like, out of nowhere. Do you remember the Note 7 fiasco? When was that? Like, 2016?
That's why I don't know.
What? I think I was in elementary. Wait, what? No, I couldn't have been.
Oh, it's cool.
Yeah, that's how time works.
Thank you, Javi, for the Twitch Prime.
Thank you.
Logs. Stop spending your money on us. We didn't do that for a year.
It's become a Ponzi scheme.
We're just giving money to Bezos at that point.
Yeah. Jeff Bezos launders our money.
We should set up a coffee or Ko-Fi. CSU Ko-Fi.
Or
YouTube profile.
CSU Ko-Fi, but I spent it all on cute dresses for myself.
CSU Ko-Fi, but I just eat the money.
Do things of that caliber. I'm gonna be on.
What do you mean? What have I done of that caliber?
Oh, I'm thinking of Dez, am I? I remember one time somebody ate a napkin.
I mean, I'm not gonna say that's. I refuse to comment.
So I was right.
No.
Dez stole.
No.
All right, sorry, I forgot. Dez acquired 14 little cups of cream from an undisclosed location. You know those little creams you get for your coffees?
Yeah.
Yeah, he acquired 14 of those from an undisclosed location.
I remember back in my day, in like middle school, we had like mustard packets, and I would just bring them with me after lunch, and I would just hide them places. Like the desk that we had like tubes that you could take the cap off of, and like it was like an empty tube, and I would just put mustard packets in there.
I was gonna say like put it on the toilet, like on.
No, I was. I think I might have done that at least like once. However,
imagine you sit down at the toilet and you just. Oh, that's gross. Actually, you just mustard on your legs.
Infinite mustard.
Infinite mustard glitch.
Infinite mustard glitch.
Hey guys, this is my infinite mustard farm. We're gonna.
Hey everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. Please subscribe. Please subscribe. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to do the infinite mustard glitch in real life.
Make sure you like and subscribe. And make sure
to like and subscribe for my YouTube channel, and please hit the like button, and please rate 5 stars.
Make sure you like the video and subscribe to CSU Vikes on YouTube, as well as Ty Munster on. No, I'm kidding. Subscribe to Ty Munster on Twitter, where he doesn't have one.
I have a bit that I don't know if I can. I can't say that on stream.
3, 2, 1, go!
The Puff. Puff against a sword character is not good.
Yeah, but this sword character is edge guardable.
Edge guardable, but like, okay.
This is only like +1 Vegas.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you edge guard,
There's a
right?
reason me and Victor will kill Brawler.
Yeah. Puff can just hit you with the wall of pain, and this is just one of the 5 characters in the game who never comes back. Fortunately, Pyro can break shields in like 3 hits, which will just kill Puff. So you might find that. Also, that will do it in 1 hit if he finds that.
Admittedly, to me, it kind of feels like a Rob matchup, where it's like, sure, it might not be like particularly advantageous, but like, what if you don't get it? Like, Puff can do something if she gets the opening, but...
And we might have found the opening. No, he's going to go low. SDI's below that. And yeah, the very tip of the up air kills 85 after the hit.
Like, in theory, you probably get the kill off of that, but like, at the same time, you have to get the mix-up right.
Oh, they're going for the rest combo? No, not quite. Just wall of pain. Will Nair back to stage. He goes under, but he'll be fine. So deplorable for Pyro. Gonna get some change before going out. I thought he was gonna air dodge. I'm kind of surprised he didn't.
Interesting to only see the Pyra.
I mean, Mithra isn't as... You just kill anyways on Pyra, and Puff doesn't do anything against Pyra. Like, your safety on shield is not as much of a concern if you just do what he's doing now.
Where you just wait for them to jump and then hit them, because like, Puff will just die.
You just got a crazy fly swatter with Pyra.
You just have a nuclear bomb in your hands.
Mithra can give more openings, it feels, than Pyra can, even though Pyra is slower on the end lag.
I guess I'm like coming from a perspective of like I would want to like get some percentage on the puff because like once you have like a little bit of percent on puff, like you're just gonna kill off of anything. Hit him with the taunt.
I don't want to be that guy. But how are you hitting so many down airs? He's gone for only down air. So often, yeah, go for the taunt.
Neutral taunt.
You don't respect this guy. I mean, you should. You know, respect your opponent and all. But I do like disrespect a lot as a commentator. I will always advocate for it.
I think you have to respect your opponent if they make you respect you. Or respect them. Like, I mean, like, to be fair, I've already made the Captain A having comparison.
You should respect your opponent if it's close or if it's stomped. Or no, if it's you're stomping or you're getting stomped, you should disrespect. But if you are playing, or sorry, no, those are the times you shouldn't taunt. If you're getting stomped, it's funny. But if you're stomping, you shouldn't because that's just mean.
No, I'm gonna be honest. I think that those are the best times too. Where it's like, it's mean, sure. But like, if you're getting stomped, sometimes the disrespect has to happen because you need a momentum shift.
Dog, if I got taunted after getting triple 3-stock by Randor, I would not be here today.
If you taunted.
No, I'm saying if I got taunted. Like, if you're taunting when you're behind, that's fine. But if I'm getting triple 3-stocked and the guy is taunting me while doing it, I'm not living to see another day.
I mean, I think that's a bit of a skill issue.
True. You're literally correct. I shouldn't be getting triple 3-stocked.
I mean, that's not the skill issue I'm thinking, but...
Oh, that's fair.
Like, mentality is a skill too.
Oh, great recovery there from Dreamless. He might be able to catch this landing. Puff throws the land against the big fly sweater.
Puff against a sword just seems brutal.
It is this sword in particular, because this sword will kill... Is there a move that Pyra has that won't kill or lead
Probably
into
like
a
a
kill?
jab, I guess.
Jab? Oh, shield break. Yeah, not even going for the rest.
Coward. Like, I get you shouldn't,
I mean,
but like, you're playing Puff, dude.
he would have died actually if he went for the rest. I think about it, if it didn't start or screen KO.
You gotta take the gamble.
He doesn't care about up B out of shield. He just runs to the plat and down airs again. He's.
Captain Ahab.
You know that something is visible and noticeable and reactable when I am bringing it up.
I mean, at the same time, like, sure.
Oh.
But like, Dreamless has to get lucky once, and then this Puff is dead. And then for Rhombus, it's just gone.
Yeah, what do you... Oh, not again.
Yeah.
Nope, he misses the punish. Tries to go for the up air rest, but percentage just a little bit too high for Dreamless. He's got to find his way back onto stage. Playing a little bit flustered right now. I want to see him go back to Pyra. Oh, never mind, I'm done.
That's fine. I mean, like, anything kills at that point, so I think I do prefer the speed.
Down tilt will combo forever as Mithra's way. Yeah. Like, it'll combo like 300 into up air. Even on Puff. It's crazy.
GC with a single stock lead going into this next round. You think we'll see the DYD?
I think DYD is an option. If you lost the Puff Aegis matchup, I think you're a bit concerned. This could be Yoshi. I think Pac-Man is more likely.
The pack is back.
I think the Pac might be back.
I will be saying the line again. You can't stop me. I will kill again.
I am the 1 in 3 in this room right now.
Did you know that 2 out of 3 people are serial killers?
Oh, Neptune. God,
I think more movies need to end with, like, y'all like know the SpongeBob movie, right? I think more
one?
Yeah. I think more movies should end with like that. Like Goofy Goober Rock. That was it was a peak sequence actually. No. No, we're not doing it. Congratulations. Wait, no, that's not end of it. That's just regular Ava.
Yeah, dude. No.
So
We're not having SpongeBob choke Squidward out. That's not what's happening.
SpongeBob choking Squidward?
No, yeah, that has happened because it's like the. Or wait, no, that's
Crabs.
yeah. I'm thinking of the crabs. I do think that scene is really funny. Really,
You are like 14 years old. Yeah, but
you not start. When did you not?
like my era was like the end of the golden age of SpongeBob, moved right into a bit of Avatar, and then Adventure Time regular show Gumball. Cow. Flapjack.
I was just hardlighting VeggieTales and whatever I could find online for free.
Through their official website.
I mean, actually, yeah, for the most part. Actually, I'm not even lying.
Yeah. Not that you would have lied about anything like that.
No, I've never actually lied in my life. I've never lied, and I've never lied.
I lied one time. It was on cast. It was when I said that somebody was going to live someday and they died.
I don't think that's. I think that's just being wrong. I don't think it's innately lying.
Then the one time I lied was December 1984.
This is just like George Orwell's 1984.
This is just like the Fortnite Battle Pass.
What I'm saying? What if they added 1984 to Fortnite?
That would be peak, actually.
Didn't they add Barbie?
I don't know. Okay, but like, what if? Okay, no, they just start adding like historically relevant. They just start adding like historically relevant like figures from like classical literature into Fortnite.
Cleopatra in Fortnite.
I don't think like I'm thinking like
Napoleon Bonaparte.
these are just like I said fictional characters.
Oh, sorry, I thought you said real.
Like, I'm
Napoleon Dynamite.
Napoleon Dynamite.
Solid back air there from Igloo Dreamless. Really, he's gotten more than he needs to. Now he's going to find a back air that'll not find a way to pierce through the double jump armor. Hit the raw up B. Okay, it's going to be the up smash. That might... No, he DI's down.
Unfortunate.
I don't think DI would have done it. There we go.
Probably not. You do take the extra stock at the very least.
Yeah. You got a lot of change there.
Who do you think CSU is bringing in here?
Could be colonies.
Colonies?
The thing is, I think CSU sends in colonies whenever they're just like, I don't know who is best here.
I mean, like, to be fair, like, Young Link is a really good coverage character.
Yeah. I feel like Young Link doesn't have a lot of exceptionally terrible or exceptionally stellar matchups other than the obvious, like, oh, he's +3 on Ganon. Whoa!
He's +3 like Ganon. If you could put, like, a regular guy in Smash, he'd be +3 on Ganon.
Kind of Wii Fit.
I don't know if I'd consider Wii Fit a normal guy.
Normal guy with blood problems.
No. How could they have blood problems? Their circulation has to be great. That's why they're doing all the yoga.
Well, no, they're doing the yoga because the circulation's not.
They've been doing like their entire personality, their entire existence is yoga.
Yes, they don't die to poor blood circulation.
I don't think those two things. Like, one of those things solves the problem eventually. Like, they might have started for that reason. I'm not going to pretend I can know that, but like,
I am just assuming after all. Who is the most normal guy in Smash? Me Brawler?
Me Brawler? No. Think on it.
Falcon, maybe? But he has fire powers?
I'm gonna Ness, maybe. Children can just do that.
It could be.
Well, yeah. Did you spec into it?
Expect into being. Into poor social skills.
Mario
is not on the screen. Instead, we've got Young Link. That's a nice back air into forward smash. It's a solid confirm that Yoshi has access to. Great. I think he techs, maybe?
gets back onto the stage at the very least. 5% on colonies here, which is a little bit scary, but at the same time,
he ran down right now by him. That's tough.
Not ideal.
This could be. Oh my gosh.
Could be a little painful.
This could be tough. 20% is all that he's gotten so far as well.
A little bit more gets to 59, 69. Nice.
Gonna find an arrow. That just the double jump armor is just so brutal to deal with.
Yeah. Really good defensive utility.
Looking for some wave bounce shenanigans, but not to be for now. I almost feel that CSU still has a lead by a percentage, so that first stock wasn't great, but it's gone now, and you can only play with the advantage you currently have. So smash. There weren't many options left for Igloo there other than drift away.
Finds the kill to take the advantage back. Like, this is really where you want to be. Getting some extra credit.
You can absolutely take the stock without dropping one. You got to be worried about that double jump armor. He's just going to find a down throw. Might be an up air. No, he's looking for the air dodge boomerang catch. It's not going to be there.
In a neutral or disadvantage or something. I lost track of the states while we were happening.
Back to seems as though it's neutral, but Colonies has center stage control, so he's at least somewhat advantaged. Back air on the shield. It's very safe, that back air. It's not frame-wise safe, but it's kind of got that Kirby forward air thing going on.
You can drift back during.
You can drift back. Exactly. Like, Game & Watch can't even punish it sometimes.
Yeah.
On the forward air follow-up, but not to be.
Your reverse arrow is going to find a hit. Very high percent for Igloo here.
Little inkling of percentages. Be good for Colonies. The forward throw, it's not going to kill quite yet. It's probably close, but
He's going to take a lot of control, though.
I think that was bad DI potentially from Igloo. Air? Neutral air dodge was dangerous. Not going to find the punish on the egg roll. Again, a lot harder to punish that move online.
Absolutely.
On stage, he's trying to cover the up airs. The max range.
Unfortunate for Colonies, but still going even. Just barely not going to get a K off of that.
He should be able to find this without dropping one, but I've said that before and it's gone awry for me in the past. Boomerang goes right through the egg, tries to cover the neutral tech.
Just barely wasn't tied to the dash attack.
Yoshi bomb down onto the stage. That's a grab that
kills,
kill.
right?
Oh, good DI, really good DI from Igloo.
We're seeing that arthritis come into play.
The 210 tries to go for the Tim's drag down. That should be dead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the unscaled throw. I like the finishing off.
I've never seen. Maybe I think I've said this twice, but I feel like I never see that up throw kill.
I don't think I have either, but
A 2-0 here would be very nice for CSU. I believe this is top 4 qualifier for their NACE. Not like they play this in order to get into the top 4 playoffs, but I think this is top 8 right
I could believe it.
So now they send in Michael. The other team sends in Michael.
Oh, that's scary. I can't believe we've
He's
lost
a
our,
traitor.
we've lost our hero. He's gotta be bounce, and he's gotta be zoom, and he's gotta be neutral B, fireball. I don't know. He's gotta be half charge side B. I don't know. This was lazy.
He's got to trade his stocks with Kamikaze.
That doesn't work with solo count.
Trying to go with the got to be back from the. Well, it's 2. He's got to be strong, and he's got to be fast, and he's got to be back for the fight.
You know, it's larger than life to begin with.
I am thinking later in the song, you're correct.
Clearly, you haven't watched enough Shrek 2.
I listen to the song outside of Shrek too.
You're saying that like I haven't. I'm dog. I'm the theater kid. I've seen Footloose.
No, that's my bad. So yeah, so if CSU wins this one, they will have one more round to play through in order to qualify for land through NACE.
Also, yo, it's Pac-Man.
The man is ready to pack, but
The Pac
Tony
is
is
back.
ready to smack back.
We will have to see. The Pac is. I
The
need
Pac's on attack, and that he does not slack.
see. I was making a reference to like a bad piece of media as like a funny joke, and like you just made puns that you like. If I had said
just
these,
tiny.
no. If I made these jokes you would be like shaking your head or something, and I'd be up to reacting like, why are you being so upset with me? You make fun of me for like making bad puns, and then you say this in the booth.
I'm not making puns. I'm just rhyming.
That's worse. That you're saying that's better?
Why is that worse?
It's less funny.
I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to be creative. I'm trying to say words that rhyme with pack.
That counts as creative.
Well, it takes more effort than you might realize. I'm not here to slack. There's a lot to keep track.
Anyway, going into this match, I think that Colonies is in an interesting position. You're down a couple of stocks, which is scary for Young Link in general, but at the same time, I think Young Link has a lot of game to play against Pac-Man.
Nice parry on the bell at the very least. The spin attack is punishable, but he gets his shield out in time.
Using the Hydrant for a little bit of advantage. I think, like, I don't know if Colonies can take this, just given the fact that, like, this seems like a really hard thing to try and chew through, but at the same time, like, if you can take one here, I think that's catastrophic for Hip here.
For sure. I think that Shenandoah, they need to be able to close this one out reasonably quickly. Colonies dropped a bit of a lead early on, but he's starting to claw it back, and like Shenandoah need to keep that lead in check if they want to be able to really, like, remember, CSU are up. They were down after game 1 last time, but now they're up. They don't need, but they would love to get a stock here.
We're going to see a Nair exchange for a little bit of damage.
At this point, damage is all you really need if you're Colonies. He's just trying to play back, play it safe. Keeping the stock as long as it can last. Back throw. The high awesome for some reason.
I think it might have an intangibility key from the actual throw.
The bell isn't quite where Kip thought it was, so Colonies is able to avoid that. Parry onto the Hydrant as well. He tries to land with a fair, but anticipating the get-up, it's not to be.
He's back here to finish out the stock. Unfortunately, Colonies aren't going to be able to find it, bring it to an even situation, but, like, CSU's in a pretty good place here, I think.
Like, you have player counter pick advantage. Chimpus did so much work against this guy earlier, but there's no Puff in the back. You got the Kazi in the back. But I think Bayo Kazi is a really good matchup for Bayo.
I think Chimpus is a slam dunk here.
I think so. I mean, again, they have to preset their lineups before games, and I think they probably went with Chimpus over Arctic again, and they probably have Ruby in the back just to clutch up. I think this is a Chimpus.
I could definitely believe it if it's per game. I could see them switching it up, but if it's just kind of neutral, I think like Chimpus into Ruby here is about as consistent as it's ever been.
Time immemorial with it.
It's a setup. A 1-2 punch.
This is the way.
In the line.
Smashy Bros!
Super. They put characters in the video game. I think that's crazy. Imagine, it's a little bit contentious, but they're going to have characters in Smash 6.
Is contentious.
I think it's cool. I was never an Air Ride Andy. I had like 3 games for my GameCube, and then the only other GameCube game I played was Melee.
I love Kirby.
I have heard good things about it, but I don't racing games.
I want you to know, when I came in yesterday, the first thing Livy just said to me was, you see the Nintendo Directs? I feel like you're a Kirby Air Ride guy. She was, the fact that she was right kind of hurt in a weird way. Like, am I that predictable?
No, I think it's just like, I think it's kind of easy to tell what kind, like, people have archetypes of game.
I think that Kirby Air Ride would be one of my archetypes.
I could believe it. I don't know what the connection is, but it's not hard to believe.
I think it's just a niche, funny game.
It's the niche, funny game that everybody who's ever spoken about it says is really good.
It's a bit wacky to control to get used to. Nice little use of that within. Air dodging straight through that. But once you get used to it, it's great. I don't think the bullets actually damage the Hydrant.
Maybe not.
He's gone for it a few times, but it doesn't seem to be doing a whole lot. Forward throw sends him off stage.
Oh, admittedly, it's also like not a lot of damage, so it's like could just not be doing enough to.
Oh, I thought he was gonna go for it again. If he went for it again, he actually would have killed him.
Probably, although you could have probably just air dodged a ledge to hit his Pac-Man.
Yeah.
Yep.
It depends on if he's got the reaction check. Tries to go for the jab. It's gonna be the forward throw. And Sachip is playing so hot right now.
With a snipe.
Probably gonna go with that.
Seen it, but at the same time, like you can't be Kip and have that get hit by it once, and you're not. You have to be aware of it at this point.
For sure. I just thought that he was gonna just big ball it and win.
Sometimes you gotta ball on him.
Looking for the back air. Yeah, roll it forward.
Finds it.
But there from Chimpus, the lead is re-secured for CSU. If Chimpus can get some change, 0.4% is change, but you like more than a penny.
I mean, you know what they say: in for a penny, in for a pounding.
Oh. I think you added a couple letters to the end of that, but
I might have did. I mean, I did because like they're fighting each other. They're gonna hit each other. You hit them once, you hit them again.
gets through the bell ledge trap. Not quite, yeah.
The 3 hour bell active for 300 hours.
Everything Pac-Man has is active for 3 hours, I'm going to be honest with you. The smash attacks, the bell, the roots, everything. Dash attack. Pac-Man dash attack is pretty solid move.
He bites you.
It's going to be the Galaxian combo 102 now. And what? Oh, no.
Hip's mad about the Twitter clip.
Gonna be the ABK slide, or the slide kick, whatever it is. He's told me before and I just forget. Nice! Oh, that was, I hate. That was nice. That was nice from Kit.
It's feeling like Chimps is struggling to get in with the hydrant in play.
That was a weird interaction as well. Forward tilt launched him into the stream of water, which meant that he just kind of went straight up. It was very strange. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Which time on this on advantage? It's an interesting call. He's gonna be able to get the snack.
Falls for half a second. Gets pulled up with the back air.
Knocks away the hydrant. This should be a back throw. Yep. Look at the edge guard. He's just gonna charge the fruit.
The bell jumps over it. I want to see a witch time here. Ugh.
I don't know what I want to see right now. This just looks really tough.
What?
So the apple knocked up the hydrant?
The hydrant was there.
The hydrant bounced, but the apple bounced off the hydrant, hit Chimpus, comboed into the hydrant, and confirmed the kill.
Ruby!
Big man TM coming in.
Utah! I'll show you the clip afterwards.
I don't know if I want to see this.
No, it's hilarious.
Ugh.
It was like a thing where it's like a dance when you hear your state name, and like it was like, I'll show it to you afterwards. But it's like it's
saying their name, but it's a dance.
I'm not to say it again because I'm not just gonna repeat myself.
Utah. See, it's okay if I say it as well. It's like implied permission.
More just like I don't want to do a bit by myself for 2 hours.
That was kind of what happened on the 24-hour stream with math.
Probably it was not 2 hours, and I was not the problem there.
No. I'm not saying that you were a problem.
No, I'm implying other things. A 5-hour segment? Whatever, we're not doing that. We're not talking.
5-hour segment. The chain together?
Yeah.
I don't think that was a problem.
I do.
Players just really wanted to play chain together.
Yeah. We're not having this conversation on stream.
So it is Ruby. Raise your hand if you're surprised. Good job, nobody raised their hand.
I mean, technically every hand is raised in some regard, because, like, this would be a non-raised hand.
My hands as low as they go.
I realize that makes no sense, because y'all put your hand as low as it can go, as, like, just drop your hand. This is a command for gamers. Drop your hands.
70? 5 before that.
Pac-Man Hydrant just does things.
I mean, Pac-Man Hydrant with grenades. You just see so many interactions, especially with projectile characters, where they just will randomly have an amalgamation of moves deal a massive sum of damage.
I feel like CSU's been getting anti-aired by the bell too much. Like, admittedly, it's hard to avoid, but at the same time, like...
They're getting walled out a lot.
I think if you could probably just, like... If they have bell, maybe try and approach laterally? Or horizontally, is the phrase?
It's just tough, because
Like, if you're on platform, that's a problem, but... Sure, man.
Pac-Man is just such a difficult character to approach, and Bell is one of the hardest moves to deal with in the game from a decision-making perspective. 42% just off the Galaxian, but Ruby's gonna answer back. Close, the grenades are live. Galaxian is on, down for the grenade.
Into the grenade. And the exact same thing at the exact same time.
Pretty much. Means that we're correct.
Bell, we're just gonna wait it out. The grenade. What it is. The up tilt.
He said in the past that he wants to get more comfortable with just killing with grenades, but he seems to be going in a little bit more.
And like, to be fair, it's been a little bit difficult to not go in against Pac-Man, although you are gonna find the kill up on Nikita.
That is absolutely true. He's not finding success at all with his grenade usage. And not because he's not finding success, it's because
Pac-Man is just able, like, the way that Pac-Man wants to engage is antithetical to how Snake wants to engage.
It's almost parallel in a way, though, at the same time.
Yes and no. Like, I don't think that Pac-Man is particularly doing precedent as much as he is just, like, he's playing his own defensive game plan, and Snake wants people to get in on him so that he can explode them with a grenade and then get advantage off of it.
Pac-Man is round Steve. That play, hold back,
Thumb
get
sensing
the front move. Nice up tilt there. If Ruby takes this last stock off Kip, Kip has probably been their best player. Ruby just kind of, not Ruby, but Chimp has kind of just minced him last game. If Ruby can take this, I'm mixing up names, I'm sorry. If Ruby can take this, I think there's a chance.
I think there's definitely, but I think that's also very scary and contentious. Ruby having to chew through a lot here.
It's roll behind.
Finds the roll behind it up tilt. What you want to see. What comes out next?
Well, we've seen Pac-Man.
We've seen the Kazuya?
Kazuya Snake is a horrible matchup for Kazuya.
Is it the DYD?
It might be the DYD.
Is DYD good against Snake?
I couldn't tell you.
I'll be honest, that's why I'm asking.
I got no clue.
We do have the unknown.
Unknown in AOJ, yeah. Doesn't AOJ play Falco? If AOJ plays Falco, that gets a little bit tough to see. I think I'm thinking of somebody else, though. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm thinking of somebody else, because I remember there were two teams while I was rescheduling. No, there was a team that I was rescheduling with for the Club Smash team, and they, I think, were Zurjay, and they were Falco.
I see.
I think that's what.
Let's see.
Falco, though, then maybe I'm just a secret genius.
Or Falco is DYD.
Maybe Falco. Somehow Falco starts with the letter D. Is there a bird that starts with D other than Dodo? A living bird?
I feel like there is, but I don't. I'm not a bird.
Duck. Out of a duck?
Doesn't.
What is it, Falcon?
Well, I thought the entire point is that he isn't a Falcon.
Okay,
like
for Kazuya. This matchup sucks for Kazuya.
It's, like, admittedly, it's one stock for Snake, which is the scary part. Kazuya is a character who can take very, like... I think, in general, Snake is the much stronger character here, but, like, you get one hit and it could just kill.
Problem is, in my opinion at least, I don't think Kazuya should ever hit Snake, because you could just do this.
I mean, yeah, it's, like, I think Ruby, as like we've talked about, Like, the fact that he's trying to get more comfortable killing with grenades is probably going to be what wins here if Ruby's able to come bring it home.
30% on the board. We're going to have a slow one here, folks. We've seen stocks taken in this time, but 42% is all we've seen so far.
I mean, to be fair, at the very least, it is tense. Like,
Yeah.
normally zoning can be a little bit boring, but like Ruby has to keep this pattern perfect. Like, you can take like little hits like this with the beam, but like if you get hit by this Kazi or Raw, you're cooked.
Taken 3 laser hits so far. Not much else is going to be the down B. The grenade will catch you. You'll be fine at the moment. Down tilts on reaction, I think that one.
Probably wins the scramble. The rage drive online, you gotta be careful.
You just need to deal another 35% to get him out of the range. You're getting a little bit too close there. Ruby dash attack straight through. You'll get grabbed. You might die here. Yeah.
I don't think going in was the choice there. Like, I'm not sure I understood, but at the same time, CSU does still have a game to finish this up with going into the 3rd round.
Based on the starters so far, this should, in theory, I think they started with. Did they start with Dreamless last game, or did they start with Tempest?
We can go with the Dreamless because Chimps came in for Kip specifically.
I mean, you have starting counter pick now for CSU, so this is not by any means the end of the world. Right?
It's interesting.
You lost game 1. Now you have an advantage of player. I would assume you don't send in Puff here if you're Shenandoah, because you are just simply feeding a player away into the abyss. I don't think you send in the Kazuya. Based on how that game went, or the first game went, I should say, Willie might come in, though. It's entirely possible. I think that this is Igloo coming in. Igloo, the Yoshi.
I could definitely see it. Okay.
It's Chimpus. It should be Chimpus.
I could definitely see it.
Could be Dreamless Brawler, but I think this is Chimpus. Because that guy did not drop 1 stock, and he looked darn good. He carried that momentum pretty hard as well.
Absolutely. Like, Chimpus got those like very significant kills off of the combo, which is really what you want to see in that kind of matchup.
So here's my assumption, though. If we see Dreamless come in here, I think that they've put in Arctic for the Pac-Man matchup.
I could definitely believe it. I don't think that that's the worst idea.
And he even though I think Rob Kazuya is not a good matchup, he has played it very well in the past, and I think that he can make it work. Really, his big concerns are Puff can be difficult sometimes for Rob, and then Kazuya combos him to hell.
Yeah, that is a bit of the problem.
And Yoshi is
Yoshi is Yoshi. I think that's about all we need to say on the matter.
If we don't see Chimpus right now, Arctic's in is my assumption. I'm throwing darts at the wall and I'm seeing if it's going to stick.
We'll have to see.
The odds Dreamless plays Dunk. Dunk?
I think Donkey Kong is kind of boring in this game. I think Donkey Kong in Melee is...
So here's my problem with that. You hate characters who are one note, who do their one funny gimmick. Donkey Kong in Melee is that.
Not
to
really.
a T. He is cargo throw into up air, and hit the shoulder.
I mean, to be fair, I think that, I don't think that... My problem primarily with that is I think that a lot of one-note game plans are very boring. Whereas with Donkey Kong, he is still fundamentally playing the game. Just because he's centralizing his offense over a single option, like, I still don't think... Juggling is a natural part of Smash, and I'm fine with, like, a character who is centered around that.
That's fair.
Also, this is a character who has historically been, like, unplayable, brought to relevance in the modern era due to people who are developing.
It was a good recovery, by the way, earlier for Colonies, and now he's stacking up the percent. He's really getting a lead going here. That's a nice kill.
That is exactly what you want to see. Unfortunately, stuck in a little bit of an offstage situation, but gets back onto the stage. Down throw.
Find the pogo up air, the pound on shield. It's relatively safe on shield for a special move, and it does so much shield damage. It's
so much damage for a special move. It's really, I don't know why pound does that much damage
on shield. Like I mean, in a way, it kind of has to, but not that much. Until up air.
Serious damage for Rhombus.
Colonies, and specifically Young Link, one of the best down tilts in the game, in my opinion. That move is so good. Combos into so much for so long. If he's able to find connections from it consistently, he'll find kills. He goes reverse up B, but the SDI out, he'll find the up tilt.
Up tilt to finish out the stock. Colony is still sitting clean with 3. Definitely scary. You could definitely get hit by like a rest or like a smash attack here, but if Colonies can just keep this ball rolling, this is really, really good for CSU being up an entire player.
Damage stacking here. He's just keeping center stage here. I like this for Colonies. He's not going too aggressive.
Get the percent back into like a very even situation. Like even in the sense of percent, very uneven in terms of stocks.
No way.
The stagger pressure.
That's crazy.
Exactly what you want to see.
Throw out there, by the way, if these players are rewatching this VOD, I've been made fun of by multiple of them, for getting hit with jab 1, jab 2 into something else. Specifically, I got hit by jab 1, jab 2, grab, and it was like Dr. Mario or something who can sometimes do things like that. They just hit that themselves on an opposing good team.
I mean, to be fair, I think the problem there is that it's Dr. Mario.
Doc has good jab mix-ups.
Still, like...
He's a bad guy. That's like
you can
saying,
disrespect Doc, dude.
That's like saying that you're bad for getting hit by Ganondorf's side B in Brawl and getting hit by a follow-up. You can't tech that move in that game.
I mean, I think that the answer is you're kind of bad for getting hit by the side B to begin with.
Good players have lost again, though.
Lost is, like, sure. A broken clock is right twice a day. Like, don't get me wrong, but, like...
Again, don't got many good moves outside of that.
Yeah, that's a stretch. Like...
Livy, come on. Help me here. Flame Choke is a good move in Brawl. It's one of Ganon's only good moves. Yeah, but it's a good move. That's what I'm saying. In a vacuum, it's a good move.
Yeah, in a vacuum, a lot of moves are good. Like, if I just gave max smash attacks to any other character, they'd be really, really good. Does that make Mac good?
No, but those are good moves.
I don't think it's very valuable to look at moves in aggregate. Like, we can't pick and choose the moves in the context, like, sure, it's a good move for Ganon, but what is Ganon getting off of it? A real character doesn't have Flame Choke, so we have to examine Flame Choke as it exists. I think it's the Yoshi coming in. I feel it.
Maybe this, yeah, Kazuya is not great here.
I don't want to be the Kazuya. I don't really want to be Pac-Man.
This could be Pac-Man, actually.
It could be Pac-Man, I guess. I think that Yoshi is my personal pick for this, but that's more just because I think that you get to entirely deny the game plan of Young Link in the sense of, like, he can just double jump out of a combo.
Young Link struggles to do anything to Hydrant is the problem.
Hmm.
So that's what makes me think that this could be Pac-Man. And if Colonies tries to play a little bit too slow, Pac-Man can charge up as much fruit as he wants.
At the same time, I think that, like, your angles are pretty alright with, like, Young Link, where it's like you can play outside of bell range while still holding these diagonals to avoid Hydrant. Okay, it is the Yoshi.
Makes sense. Young Link's confirms aren't true sometimes, so this... I'm not saying that I think, like, it should have been Pac-Man, but I would have thought that Pac-Man maybe would have been better here.
I think Yoshi's full name is Yoshurt.
No, it's T. Yoshisaur Munchakoopas.
Do you think his full name is Yoshurt?
No, it's T. Yoshis...
Do you think his full name is Yoshurt?
I'm not joking. It's T. Yoshisaurus Munchakoopas.
I don't care. It's Yoshurt.
Unfortunately, I am following the Mario canon.
Yeah.
So you asked me if I think his real name is Yoshurt, and I don't think so because I know his real name.
I think that that's his formal title. I don't think that that's his real name. Also, that's a Yoshi. Like, that's not every Yoshi. Yoshi's a species.
Yes. Maybe this one's Yoshi.
This is definitely this looks like a Yoshurt to me.
On there, he's going to get his stock here.
We're going to be back into a neutral situation. Although Colonies is a character, like CSU is a character ahead here, so any sort of even trade is extremely valuable.
Fine with trading 3 for 3 on these remaining players. Colonies has done enough work.
No, yeah, 3 for 3 here is secretly 3 for 6, which is absurd.
Yeah.
It's double value. It's buy one get one free.
Nice tech read. Tech coverage is the word there from Igloo.
Fortunately, although Colonies still trying to get in.
That corner spike is a surprising hitbox. If you ever see it, it's kind of ridiculous how big the forward air spike hitbox is and where it starts up. It starts up at the very top of the first frame of the hitbox.
That's real. That's Yoshi. That's a Yoshi normal.
The hitboxes aren't that crazy. It's mostly the frame data and the fact that it's attached to an invincible double jump. But that move is kind of nuts.
Yoshi normals just get to do anything, but they all do anything slightly differently.
Yeah, that move will eventually kill. That move is great on the shield. That move is crazy. And Colonies is getting some excellent change here.
You slice, you dice, and, like, admittedly, you're going to take the kill here, but, like, you're at a high percentage against Young Link. I think that you might still be in range where you can get some confirms, but tries to find the call-out with the jumping fair, but unfortunately not quite going to hit.
And those confirms are... He's definitely at a percent where they should be functional because Yoshi is very heavy. He's not going to need him, though.
Doesn't need him, finds the up air to finish out the stock. Brings it back to this neutral situation. This is already 5 for Colonies.
If he's able to find another that's gargantuan, he's already done more than enough for his team. Jab, jab. Into another jab, jab.
Into another attempted jab. Like, it's felt like the stagger pressure is very important to this Yoshi. Gets the up air to just try and start getting damage racked on.
He's looking tough. This last stock pony. He's going to land on the shield. He'll probably get a safety on that one, given the fact that he crossed up.
I like the well-spaced dare into the fire era. Colonies, a little bit of a percentage deficit here. And by a little bit, I mean a lot of it.
31. He's going to die to a straight arrow, especially up air, back air. Those two will start obliterating the child any second now. All the length of the stage is going to keep Colonies alive for now.
Well, I'm surprised we're not seeing like a down throw to try and get a chase off of it.
Forward air? I think that might have caught the jump as well, but he doesn't know he's anticipates the drift back.
Bomb tries to go for the boomerang, crosses up into the fire arrow. Unfortunate. I thought that for a second there, I thought that was second hit of Dare.
You've done more than enough, though, if you're Colonies. You're giving your team a 2-stock lead here. Very well done from him.
Absolutely. I think my main concern with that is like I'm what kind of priority does up air have for Yoshi? Like that was a active down air.
So the second hit was like I think just a few frames out at that point. So I think Igloo hit it between the two hits of down air.
Probably, but like that's an active hitbox. Like you're clashing with it active under their active hitbox. You have priority on that.
The shield got hit by the first one. So
The first, like it's still like there, like to my understanding.
yeah, but if you shield a hitbox, you don't clank with it.
Oh,
At least I'm pretty sure. Otherwise, this whole game is just an enigma to me, and I don't know how it works.
I don't have precedent, so I'm not going to speak. Who do you think we're in here?
I think that Chimpus is not coming in. I think Ruby's not coming in. I think it's Dreamless.
I could believe it.
Because if Chimpus comes in now, then you know as Shenandoah that, or I guess they wouldn't really need that information, but you would know that the Rob's not going to be in. You want to try to hide that information, I think, if you're CSU.
Probably.
And anybody can take one stock off the Yoshi. You just want something not very counterpickable. So this could absolutely be Dreamless on the Aegis.
I think I like it. Bring out the Brawler. See what happens.
Yeah, that makes sense. Brawler can be counterpicked, is the only problem with that. Aegis.
Ooh,
less
with
so.
the spin.
We'll be starting on Mythra this time, not on Pyra. Pyra Pup performance.
Well, yeah, I think like I don't think you want to be Pyra to start with here. Like Puff is a much different character.
For sure.
The down throw into the up B. Unfortunately, the second hit doesn't connect. Although Dreamless is playing real nice here, gets some serious early damage.
He needs to make sure that he can keep this pressure alive and keep his composure. He's been struggling to keep these stocks alive for long enough to really make the crew battle format feel safe for him. And I want to see him really lock down the keeping of this stock this time.
I could definitely believe it. It's felt like trying to go from being like a little bit of a unsafe option just for the sake of getting a kill. And I could definitely see a lot of value in just being willing to play a little bit more passively, a little bit more just by the book. Gets your down air though.
And backwards, another back air, and wow, all right, good.
Oh.
T Yoshisaur Monk Chakupas almost SDs. Okay, that's what I'm talking about, Dreamless. Don't do that.
That one was just trying to rile us up in the booth, I think. CSU still a full character up. Going into this next one, they have the Pac-Man, they have the Kazuya, they have DYD.
Just don't know what that. I think it's not real.
What if DYD just has bad matchups here?
I don't want to think about DYD anymore.
I can't stop thinking about DYD. I need to know who this character is.
It's my sleep paralysis demon at this point. I'm going to wake up in the middle of the night, unable to move, and I'm just going to look down. I'm not even going to see a silhouette. I'm just going to see the letters.
You're just going to see the letters. You go into the woods like you're getting chased by Slender Man, and you just see DYD.
The letters DYD. And it's not even the letters DYD. It's D, dead bush, and D that somebody's written another letter on top of, but you can't tell what it is. With pencil. They could have used an eraser.
I mean, sometimes, like, I've had a lot of pencils that are just unerasable.
Hope that they have an eraser.
No, I mean, like, mechanically, yeah, but, like, the eraser is the problem, not the pencil.
I would hope that they have an erasable eraser. I think that's more.
This team doesn't have an S. This Earthbound joke is falling flat. The erasable pencil and the erasable eraser from Earthbound. But you were old. How do you not know about an SNES game?
Because I did not have that console growing up.
Ooh.
My console growing up was the Game Boy that my not good person birth father handed down to me. And that was all I had until I got a DS when I was like 13. No, 10.
I had a hand-me-down GameCube that went hard, actually. I remember getting y'all are familiar with like when you boot up the GameCube without a disc in it, and it does like the spin with like the surprisingly like I hate how I'm biased because like the entire point of the joke is that I got really scared by the GameCube switch to menu screen like sound. It's hard to explain without the sound itself, but like that sound is terrifying, and I don't know why they made it so scary for a console. And when I was younger, I tried to boot up my GameCube and it didn't read the disc, and I thought my GameCube was haunted.
He might just be dead here. He saved his jump? No, he's air dodging. Okay, I was about to lose my mind. He's gonna die.
Ouch.
This matchup tends to not be great. Kazuya struggles against characters who can just make him not hit electrics. Mithra has to go in, so you have to risk the electric.
Definitely not going to sugarcoat it there. Hits the double. Although we saw the foresight earlier, and I'm wondering if the foresight might just be generally pretty good for this.
For sure, it is, but you're on Pyro right now. This is not the character you want to be on another of your down specials, and he's going to be able to recover. He saved his jump. Recovers right into the Demon Wings.
Yowza.
Devil's Wing. Trick. Herbs doesn't find the turnaround.
Time to follow up in Rage Drive now.
You need to take at least one here if you're Dreamless and see if you can.
Barely out of the range of the forward tilt.
Oh my god. A sweet spot forward smash will easily kill right now. It might even kill at 0.
That is brutal. Although we are going to see the kill there. Keeps the advantage.
They will hold on to it at least for now. If he gets hit by another electric, things might start getting a little bit hairy, but good use of foresight. Very good use of foresight. There is still some risk of foresight. For example, you take half of the damage of the move anyways.
I mean, fair enough, but I think with Kazuya, as much as those moves are brutal, the big problem is they turn into every other move imaginable.
You're okay with, very okay with taking half the damage there. Good DI on that one. Able to live for a little bit longer.
Very through the stage. Yeah. Ouch. That sends at such a brutal angle.
It's nightmarish. That one throw. Kazuya doesn't have many things other than electric that impact his matchups. That throw certainly does.
True. Who do you think's coming in?
This is where we see whoever was the fourth player. This is either Chimpus or Arctic. It could be Ruby, because you might want to save that last player for the Pac-Man matchup, because Ruby didn't seem especially comfortable in it.
Honestly, I don't hate sending Ruby in here to just kind of like if Ruby's able to just kind of play like a slow, methodical game plan, like not lose a stock or like lose maybe one at most, like you're then in an incredibly valuable situation.
Yeah, I think Ruby might be the best shout here. I'm not sure if they're going to go for it because Ruby is their dedicated anchor so often, but I think it's the best call. remember the letters typed. It didn't look like it was Chimpus. Okay, well, I am just the dumbest person in the world. I am an absolute moron.
Chimpus. Okay.
This backer. Okay, yeah, he's going in.
Okay.
All right.
Chimpus wants blood.
He goes low for the edge guard as well, but he doesn't find nearly enough for what he's looking for. But he remembers CSU has the lead here, so he can play slow and methodical if he wants. The mix-up there was good on the pace, but now he's slowing things down to a crawl while he can.
If you get that advantage, and now you're just kind of like looking for it. Kazuya doesn't have much to get in on you because you are so fast and mobile.
Yeah, this is great patience from him. Just camp the platforms. Don't take hits if you can avoid it. But now you're going to start to get hit. Good use of the bat within for a moment there. You got to be aware.
Points it.
My life flashed before my eyes.
True though. Finds the electric. Does not find the up smash.
Good DI there. SDI maybe even as well. He's looking for the edge guard again, but Willie's gone super low and just gone straight up both times. He's looking like a smash full recovery, but the up B will kill.
I could honestly see like Nair off stage taking utility here.
He's gonna go for the ledge trap instead. I kind of like that here. He's gonna go for the witch twist straight up. He's got an opportunity with a tech chase, but he doesn't take it.
Fortunately, gets the witch time on the electric. Finds the jab, not quite enough to kill right now.
Yeah, he's opting for just ledge traps. I like this a little bit more.
I think it's smarter. Although I think that Bandit is a character who is a little bit more able to go off stage like that.
It's just a tough challenge.
It's tough, but at the same time, like, if Willie decides to keep recovering the way that they have, I feel like maybe just like a jump off Nair might be really, really useful.
Learning from his teammates as well. He's not going to roll into this. I mean, Chimpus stops back during the one moment it would have worked. Almost kills an 85 after the hit.
Ugh.
Smash definitely would have killed as well, even no charge at 85. Yeah, that would have been a dead witch, but that'll do it instead.
Kazuya Mishima, do it again!
But do it again!
The secret technique, nobody's ready for the second F smash.
You know, crazy thing, he said that to me mid-game before.
No, I've been watching it happen. That's true, though.
Oh, that's going to be the double throw. Firb stack, he's not going to hit the crouching attack quite well enough.
I like the bounce off the delay, but I'm not sure if it's going to be enough. Feels like Chimpus needs to find an opening here. Finds the Nair, but gets hit with the electric. 101.
Down smash. Oh, yeah, that's unfortunate.
Ow. That's the thing about Kazuya. Even if this matchup is like dubiously good, like this character just hits a single thing and then wins.
That's just the unfortunate thing. Yeah, I don't think I have to say it twice. We know who's coming in now.
It's Ruby. Probably a little bit scary going through 4 stocks, including 3 stocks of the Pac-Man. Righty then. Hope you like to be countered.
He doesn't have. He doesn't have a reflector though.
I don't know why. We had a little bit of trouble with this previously, but this was when these stock counts were reversed.
He should be, in theory, he should be able to take one without losing one. I'm not sure if that's going to quite come to fruition here, but this is the theory, and I say that, but I've been wrong on theory in the past. And
I think like you probably do just want to play very defensively here. Like I think like going back to that game plan of just like letting Grenade find the kill.
it's a question of if you've adapted in that way, right? You're going to be able to break out of the combo thanks to holding a grenade. That will be a massive asset, a massive boon in this matchup. Frame one escape tool, even if he doesn't have it already in his hand.
Grenade Precedent is such a powerful option.
You just have to play so slow against Kazuya. The fact that he has a full screen projectile of his own makes things a bit tougher, but
Interesting at the very least, although I think that it struggles to really compete when Snake can do so many things that he is able to act effectively during.
it's interesting, but it's tough when Snake can just do this.
No, yeah. Like you can find your angles like that, but at the same time, we're seeing what's going on.
Or lasering. Most of the damage on Ruby has either been explosions or laser,
Yeah.
which kind of is just how this matchup has to go for Kazuya.
I like the additional cipher into the C4.
Using that B-reverse momentum. Tries to find the up B out there. It's the up tilt kick.
The up tilt into the up tilt again, finds the kill. That is wonderful. 3-3. It's the final encounter.
This is clutch time.
It is CSU's weapon to defeat Metal Gear versus
The man who packs.
the man who packs. Unless they whip up the DYD.
It could finally be time. If we see DYD, I will be shocked.
Who do you think would be most shocked if DYD was? Luigi.
No, but Luigi's a weirdo, so it kind of makes sense for them to have wrote something weird.
No.
Honestly, at this point, I'd be most shocked if it's DK.
I think that just becomes like anticlimax at that point.
That's why I'd be shocked.
Okay.
I've been building up in my mind, like, what if it's just something crazy, like Pit?
If it's like Dark Pit, I'd be popping off actually. Also, it's just me, or does it feel like you should be able to see the other like wing on the bottom of Pac-Man's shoes in this render?
Yeah, maybe.
Like it's thick. It's thick and you can't see it from the side. And like it extends behind the shoe and you can't see it on the other shoe.
Yeah, you can't.
This is an unplayable game. How could they make that mistake? What were they thinking?
This is like the fourth thing that makes it unplayable this month, and for once, the three other things weren't Steve. They were all Meat Sword Fighter.
The Mii Sword Fighter is kind of funny though.
No, there's no way it's real.
It could be. I think real and like going to change the metagame are two very different things.
That's true.
Like
Like, Link has Z-drop bomb shenanigans that are real, but they don't do anything to the metagame. I don't think the Mii Sword Fighter stuff is real, but I think it will have an impact. It's so tough to get. Calling a hydrant a wall is a bit of an exaggeration, but it really is in this matchup where you just can't get your grenades over it sometimes.
it's really it's something that's hard to deal with. Definitely.
Never seen Galaxian fall off shield with that anymore. And there's something new for you every time you play.
No, yeah. Like I think that Pac-Man's on some level a very interesting character, and a lot of levels a kind of boring character, and I think that it's hard to really tell the difference. It's riding the line. It's like if Snake were less cool, in my opinion.
You're a woman of mad bias, but I respect you for it.
It's Snake, dude! This character, like, what other character precedents interactions like this?
Pac-Man.
No! That's not frame one!
Duck Hunt.
That's also, like, Can is worse!
But
Like,
it's frame one.
just doing what Snake does, but worse, does not make you a cool character. Being Snake and doing it at a high level with the cool tools that Snake has to do it is what makes Snake cool.
Getting tough though. You get taking more damage from your grenades than you're dealing at this point. This is getting really rough. The bell is so difficult to deal with. You're able to escape demise that time.
The bell is really difficult to deal with here.
Full screen pressure is good from Ruby. He's gonna narrowly dodge every angle that Bell could have gone at. Almost all.
Mentally, it's a percentage deficit, but at the same time, like, Snake is a much heavier character.
Snake kills too.
True.
So anything Snake does pretty well. We might see it here. It's kills. He doesn't quite.
Unfortunately, it's called out with a Nair as well.
2 minutes, no stocks taken quite yet. Both these players playing exceptionally safe.
I think you kind of have to, because with these characters, like, if you get hit with Bell, you die. If you get hit by Snake, you also die.
Apple is going to kill, so there's a reason he's chucking it out. It's not just to chuck it out. Apple is a kill move at around these percents. As is Key, naturally.
It's a full charge.
Does like 21% and reasonable kill. Bellin also would incinerate. Ruby.
I'm waiting for Ruby to just, like, put a C4 down and then in, like, 20 seconds find a kill off of it retrospectively.
I'm waiting for him to C4.
Never mind.
3 minutes for the first
3
stock.
minute first stock.
This might go to...
Trade.
Bad time to say that this would go to time. But I'm waiting for Ruby to put a C4 under Hydrant.
I think that'd be real interesting.
It would give me a good chuckle at the very least. He likes putting it on platforms a little too much, though. I don't think we're going to see it happen.
I mean, I like the C4 on platforms. It's real nice.
For sure. There's a reason he does it. It's not just because he thinks it's fun. It's just objectively the best.
I mean, to be fair, when both players are on this, it's incredibly hard to see C4 when both state players are on, like, center state, or on, like, the main stage. Yeah. C4 is on the white part of the Pokeball.
I think I see the C4 for once.
The first time in forever.
First time in my life seeing C4.
I feel like I've been having to, like, get trained to watch where it is, but even then, Ruby just, like, places it in the middle of, like, a sequence at some point.
It's under the hydrant. It's not.
Okay.
My heart is broken. Grenade into up tilt. That probably is true in some circumstances.
Drops the grenade. Key jump scare.
Yeah. Projectile moves a little bit too fast to react to a lot of the time.
Real fast.
It'll survive for a little bit. Frame 6 out of shield, by the way, that Nair. Another one of those examples of exceptionally fast aerials out of shield.
Ooh.
Oh, our character would have been hit by the C4 as well, but Pac-Man,
He's a guy. He's like a little guy.
The short king, some may say.
We have once again spent like 2 minutes on this stock almost.
Yeah, we're about halfway through the game right now. Up tilt.
I think that is C4 underneath. That's what we were looking for, but unfortunately it's not going to be enough to, or be at a time where it's going to be relevant.
I have no idea what combinations of buttons Ruby pressed to have that be the outcome. Or I just saw him jump and then turn around like 4 times.
I don't... It might have been like empty-handed grenade throw?
I think it was like reverse, or I have no idea. Barely takes that stock.
Last stock situation.
5.5 minutes.
Ruby has been able to take these before Kip, but at the same time, like, it's the final stock. You have to be really careful here.
Be very happy about that with Ruby. I'm not sure if it was intentional, but you timed the forward tilt on shield right when the Hydrant Water Blast comes out. Oh, grenade into grenade, dash attack.
That's really, I think that's what Snake wants. He wants these trades. Finds the Nikita.
Not it. Dash attack, he tries to find it. Forward tilt. No way.
Hey, dude! Yeah, sure, Pac-Man gets to do that. Alrighty then. And a communication error for insult to injury. that is the end of the match. I'm not sure if you have anything else for the rest of the week. Do we?
We do not, unfortunately. But thank you all for watching tonight. We got one good game win, a really tough loss. Thank you all for showing up tonight. Have a great rest of your night.